and thin, for better or for worse. After 20 plus years of marriage and 3 children, my parents are sharing their love, care, and wisdom throughout the world. Spreading this love will be hard for them because it's simply in their DNA. I present Donnell and Angelic Jackson.
No. Hide. Hey, welcome everybody. How's everybody doing out there today? Welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Hey, Brittany. I am one of your hosts, Donnell Jackson, and this is my lovely queen here,
Angelique.
Hey, welcome in everybody. Welcome in to another glorious episode of Divine DNA. We're gonna delve into dating today. I have some awesome guests. I can't wait to bring them on. Hopefully after I bring them on, we won't be shut down after tonight. Yeah. Yeah, but we're going to have a good time. Babe, so what you been up to this week? Want to tell everybody what you've been up to this week?
Just working.
She just gave me a stare. I said, you want to tell me? I threw her off like, wait, what? You've been here with me. You don't know?
Celebrating the illustrious king.
Yes.
As his birthday.
Yes.
Was on Sunday.
Yes. I had a ball Sunday. I did have a good time. I was able to rest. I had all of my family and friends call and say happy birthday. One of my guests called with her husband and they sang happy birthday to me, which was awesome. Yes, they called. My daughter sang happy birthday to me
50 times.
50 times throughout the day. She sang happy birthday to me for at least 3 days before my birthday.
Yes.
So I had a ball. It was really good. And then we went into Brittany's live, and Miss Brittany played music for us, but may play music for me or whatever. Then she played one of my songs, and I think because I had so much, I felt so much love that day, I broke down. In tears. She played my song "Power of Love." Too. I was like, "Why she do that to me?" She just.
Hey.
I can't. You know what, Brittany? I'm gonna put you on timeout, but that's okay though. That's okay. Miss Brittany is here with us today. Hey, Brittany.
Hey.
What's going
Lady
on?
Blue.
Miss Lady Blue is in the building.
Queen B.
Hey, she is in the building, y'all. She is in the building. That is a pretty picture of you, Queen. Look at you. Looking all okay. I see you. Okay, I'm gonna talk to the hub. You gotta change that picture. You wanna change that picture?
Hey, Concrete Beauty. Thank you for the birthday wish. Hi, Sylvia.
Hey, appreciate it.
Thank you. Back, Brittany. Hey, K Wow.
Hey, Divine. Yes, I like that. Divine DNA Day.
Yes.
Might need a shirt that says that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, so I want to get right into it because I want to have some fun. We want to definitely have some fun. My first guest that I'm gonna bring on, she is absolutely amazing. She's actually the producer who actually allowed us to be able allowed us to have this lovely show. She is so sweet and special. I don't know what she was thinking. No, I'm just kidding. She is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to bring on our first host, Miss Jessica Dugas.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. It's fun to be on the other side of the microphone.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in trouble.
You are in trouble. Yes.
It's good. I'm glad to be here with you guys.
Yes.
So we're going to be hearing dating from not only the single person's perspective, but the married person's perspective.
Yes.
And we are beginning with a veteran as far as marriage.
Yes. So how is it? Do you guys, I know when it comes to dating for us, we try to get every moment we can to try to have a good time, to try to spend time with each other. How is it for you?
Yeah, it's very similar for us. And like this is perfect timing for us because our circumstances have changed quite a bit. My husband's working out of town 5 days a week now. So I see him Saturday night through Tuesday morning, and that's all I see my husband during the week. So it's been a challenge to try to refigure out, like, you know, how much time do we actually have together? And it really does, though. The time apart has made us, I think, appreciate all of the little things that maybe we might have taken for granted a little bit before. And so, like, even just, just the little things. Now, if I make him coffee on Sunday morning, it's not like he just takes the coffee and drink it. He's like, "Oh, baby, this is so nice," and he just makes this whole thing out of it. And I think it really has been a good experience for us to try to, get back to some of that, mushy stuff like you have in the beginning, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Before you guys got together, did you guys how was it? How was it dating then? Did you guys? I'm pretty sure you guys dated more, before you guys got together. But
I mean, the funny thing about this is that so we met online, and it wasn't. That was, back in the end of 2008. So online dating wasn't a huge thing back then. And so when I was telling people that I met this guy online, they're like, "You better be careful, Jessica. That's you're going to end up in somebody's freezer somewhere." They were not happy about hearing about that. And he was out of state too. So he lived in Alabama and I was in Florida at the time. He used to drive every single weekend, 8 hours to see me. Every weekend. So when it's so funny that we're talking about, dating each other now and showing each other that you love each other and care about, he has a big thing because to show that now to compared to driving 8 hours for me every single weekend. And so it's kind of interesting that we're in that same similar space now where he's not 8 hours away, he's just 2 hours away. But so I feel like we're kind of in that same space before where we have all week apart and then we get to be all lovey on the weekends,
That's sweet.
Yeah, a lot of times with us, we like if we drive somewhere to the store, if no kids in the car, we sit back, we like,
we're alone.
We're alone.
I know.
We're on a date now.
Yes. Yes.
So you definitely have to take advantage of those many moments that you do have to spend with each other. And with him being out of town, he comes home since he's 2 hours away. Do you ever think about going to go see him, or you don't have that time?
We kind of planned before, we don't know how long this is going to last like this. So, if it's something that's going to be longer term, then he's going to get an apartment and we're going to have some weeks where we go up there and all of that. So that'll be fun. But the interesting thing about with him is that he really does try to make everything really special, even if the kids are around and there, because they've always been from the beginning. Because we had both been divorced and I had 3 children coming into the marriage. And so we've never been just me and him. That was something that, interestingly enough, my dating profile, I was like, I have 3 kids. And if you don't like that, do not even click the button. Don't swipe, don't click, nothing. Because to me, they're first. They were my number one.
Yeah.
And so they've always been around since the beginning. And so a lot of people have been like, you guys have never been away together. We have young kids. And we are able, now that some of them are older, to we'll go out during the day and have a nice lunch together. And that's good enough for us. We're not looking to, we don't need to have a getaway to keep the sparks flying. We just kiss in the kitchen and the kids are like, ew, and the whole.
We get that from the older ones. What are you guys doing? Danielle's like, oh, how sweet.
Yeah, the only one.
Okay. We have what did Sylvia said, with him working out of town, Philip has to make play dates with the kids too.
Yeah, that's been interesting, on the weekend, splitting up, because we have 6. So splitting up the time. But my oldest son is 20 and he's working up there with him now, so he's with him all week now. So he has plenty of time, and which has been kind of nice because in our relationship it was a lot of struggle for a while because my oldest was used to being the man of the house after I was divorced, and so that's a tough relationship there to come in with the oldest son who feels like he's the man of the house, and here's this new guy like, what are you doing with my mom, kind of thing. And and so they've really, it's so nice to see after 12 years of being together that they're bonding and stuff now, so that's really nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. So when you guys get together, do you guys always go out, or is it just more like, I'm just gonna sit here and chill out?
We have a good mix of both. So we'll go out like to lunch every now and then. We go the grocery store. It's really about finding ways to be romantic and sweet in the little things. So we'll be like in the produce section of the grocery store, and my husband will be like, I see you looking at me over there, Miss Dugas, and like you want to go to the frozen food section next?
Hey.
So
Keep
it's
things up a little bit, huh?
That's it. And he'll be like,
yes.
He's like, do we need to go back to the car, ma'am? Is that what we need to do? So, so we go out a little bit, and then we love to watch movies. We have certain shows that we used to watch together during the week, and now we just save them for the weekend, and we kind of binge watch on a Sunday or Monday when he's off, and it's good. We have a lock on the door,
Hey,
bye.
The locks work. Definitely the locks work.
That's it.
Exactly. Well, we want to get some more perspective. We have somebody else in the back.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure is eager to talk and tell us about her dating.
Thank you so much for your insight and inputs.
Queen B in the building. What's good?
Hey.
There it is.
Yes.
There it is, Miss Queen B in the building.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you all?
We're
Wonderful.
good. Hey, we're on a date.
Well, my date left me to go take food somewhere.
Oh, Lord.
He'll be back though.
Oh my!
We forgot our dates, Queen Bee. We're the third and fourth wheel over here.
Third and fourth wheel, right?
We got a full ride now.
Okay. So, how is it for you dating, Queen Bee? How is it for you and hubby dating? Oh, we have Diva Dip in the building.
Hi, Diva Dip.
Hey.
Hey, CK Ford.
Got some more people in the building. Hey.
Hey, y'all. Dating my husband prior to, I was afraid to date him because he and I had already known each other for like 10 years and we were really, really good friends. So I know at one point I was interested in him and I told my best friend, so the three of us are like really, really close. I told my best friend and she was like, you tell him your doggone self. And I was like, no. So then when he was interested in me, he told her and she said the same thing and we never talked to each other about it. So when we decided to date, it was scary because I had been hurt. I had a baby already and I knew what I was not willing to go through again.
Right.
But he knew me because I had talked to him about so much stuff like, man, bump that. I'm leaving him. I'm going to cheat. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. He knew. So he understood in those empty spaces, something's going on and I need to talk to her and find out what's happening.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I truly married my best friend.
Wow. That's awesome.
I did.
Okay.
I didn't bring my tissues.
I know. Like, you didn't tell me this.
I did. I married my best friend. I did.
That's what's up.
That's beautiful.
That's what's up. Oh, man. That's awesome. Well, I married my best friend too now.
Yeah.
So how is it now?
Because your children are older. You don't
Yes,
have
I
to
have a
go
20-year-old and a 16-year-old.
Okay. Do you find it easier for you guys to go out and date, like have date nights outside of the house now?
or not so much because of
Yeah.
COVID.
Right.
We don't really go anywhere due to COVID. But as far as going out, he works a lot. And y'all know I have the hustle going on. So I'm reading Brittany's comment.
All right.
Brittany, stay ready.
Yeah. Hey, that's my baby girl.
Really?
Hey.
Or my oldest got on under her name. I don't know.
Ah.
But yeah.
And Granny Peaches is in too.
Hey, Granny.
Say you don't see me.
I can't see that name now. Every time I see Granny Peaches on TikTok or on here, I start thinking about peach cobbler, and then I get hungry.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Man.
That's the first
She
thing
can
I
cook
think
now.
about.
Y'all better talk to her. She can
Yes.
cook.
Don't you wish you had smell-o-vision? You could just
Yeah.
I smell that.
I just think of deep dish peach pie.
Yes.
Oh,
Huh, it's me. It says me, JT.
hey,
Yeah, that's my big girl. That's my big baby. She doesn't want me to call her baby, but she's 20, and the age difference will remain the same. So
Still
Now,
gonna
are both your babies dating, Queen Bee?
yes.
Yeah, so you're there too, and I'm there, and I don't want to be there.
Oh,
How's that working
I
out?
saw the eyes.
I saw the eyes like,
Uh-oh.
how's that working out?
Let's just say I keep that 40 ready at all times.
So how was it? How was it? Really?
He did what? What you say he did?
What do you say?
I don't like to see my baby sad. I don't like to see them hurt. So it's kind of like, are you sure this is what you want to do? Do you really like him? I don't know. I try not to give too much input because, that kind of like pushes them out that way.
Right.
Like, my mama doesn't like him. Let me find out why.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I have to attempt to keep my mouth closed. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Oh no, she got a flashback.
That gave me a flashback with my 20-year-old. Listen. Because she liked one. I was like, why?
Baby.
Why?
Y'all better ask JT. Queen Bee will pull up. Ready. Get in the road. Got my baby.
Believe it.
Okay, now she's on her account. But yes, I don't play about my kids. I don't want to see I did not like to see them hurt as little girls. Even as adults, it still remains the same.
Yes. Please believe it. Yes.
Yes. I like it when daughter was and she had like her friends, she only brought certain people here because she already knew. Like I'm cool. I'm a cool guy. I'm a nice guy, but I go out there with a straight unit. Straight unit. And they be like, how you doing, sir? It's great to meet you, sir. This and that, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I hear sir so many times. I don't, that's the only sentence that sir. That's all I hear. I let them listen. I let them know.
And she only tells me certain things. When she's at the fed up stage, that's when she comes to me because she knows if she tells me along the way, I'm going off.
Yes.
As you should.
Yes. So, Jessica, your kids are your oldest are not dating at this time.
My oldest is, yeah.
He is.
In fact, his boyfriend was just here for the weekend. He doesn't live in town, so at least I have that going for me at the moment. But he was here. He was here for the weekend. This was the second time that he's been here, and super nice kid, But it's challenging to watch that, and especially like my oldest, because it's like it's your baby and they're not a baby anymore, and
yes.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of a challenge, and even the other kids are kind of like they don't know how they feel about it yet, so they're kind of like, could you ask them not to kiss, because I really just I can't.
Okay. Oh man, did you guys try to spend? Even though you guys were well during the pandemic, we had to shut down or whatever. How was it like during that time? Was it like were you tired of being next to the person you were with, or was it more time that you got to spend with them and get closer?
Appreciate the time apart, because before the pandemic, you were working. You were like ships in the night because that's how busy it was. Kids, activities.
Hey, Jen, how you doing? Welcome in.
Well,
go ahead. You go ahead. No. You first.
Okay. My husband was considered an essential worker, so he was gone every day, and I was still working here at home, my primary job as a teacher. So we were still working. My location was just, I'm sorry. My location was just different. Now, what I will say is that his expectations were different when we first started. And I had to say, do you think I don't work anymore? Why you're home all day? You didn't cook dinner? Hell, I didn't cook when I was at the school. I'm still teaching online. Still not gonna cook. So yeah. So I think his expectations were a little more, thinking that I was just in the home, like I was just taking every day off, which that wasn't the case. But was it strain on anything? Not at all. Not at all.
What about you?
It was similar. It was similar for us. My husband worked through the whole thing, and I had already been home, working at home and homeschooling my kids. I started homeschooling them in 2013. So before it was like the COVID popular thing to do, they've been home with me, and so nothing really changed for us then. But that period of time where I did start homeschooling them back then, that was a big shift for us because of the same thing that you're talking about, Queen Bee, of, he's kind of like, well, because they're not home and they don't see what it is that we're doing. And then when they are home, it's the weekend and our schedule is different anyway. So it's hard for people, I think, that work outside the home to realize that we're working just as and it don't stop when they come home either. Like we're still working then.
Yes. Because when we closed, like when we shut down, we were home and we did our thing and things like that. It just I did a lot of shopping. A lot of shopping
and home improvement is what he did, because we were both not working. I wasn't working, he wasn't working. So it was cooking together or taking turns and kind of like honeymooning. Yeah. It was amazing. Yeah, she loved the simple fact, because with my job, his job, he is busy. Long hours. Yeah. And even when he's home, people are calling him about phones. Before this, I was talking to somebody about a phone. Yes. And this and that. Even on vacation. On vacation. Yeah. Right. On anniversary. Yeah. Yeah. I was considered an essential worker too. So he went back after a certain time. Right. And I made a decision. The thing is, I made this because they gave me the option. Do you want to go back or do you want to stay? So I had to weigh those options. And I made a decision. She was asleep. You were asleep at the time, and I was like, okay, well, I want to talk to her about it. But then I had to get back to them, and I tried to wake her. She wasn't waking up, so I was like, okay. So I said I'm gonna go back, but the hours was like I worked one day, off one day, work one day, off one day. So that was different though. But we did spend a lot of time together. That was honeymooning. Yeah. She enjoyed it. Smile on her face all the time. Like, you're home again? Yay.
I think sometimes though the trauma that, we have gone through a lot as humans in the last 2 years. And I think sometimes that can bring us, it can make or break you. And I know it brought my husband and I closer together because we had to figure out a routine. I'm like, you come in the door, you don't touch me, you go put your clothes right in the washing machine, then you can come hug me and everything else. But it's like, I think I think that's why we saw so many shifts in relationships over the last couple of years, because it will make or break you when you're going through something as traumatic as what we've been going through as humans.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been quite a few breakups.
Yeah. It's
divorces.
And if that foundation isn't stable to start with, to throw something like COVID in where you're spending more time together or less time together, man, the whole thing.
Go ahead. Tell it like it is.
The whole damn thing is gonna crumble because it was never stable from the beginning.
Yes.
So if you throwing rocks at something, it's gonna hit something and it's gonna tumble.
Yes. Yes. And I think that's a lot of what happened, you know, because the wife was telling me sometimes this person broke up, or you see stuff on Facebook like, you know, this person's not together with this, but they couldn't stand them during the, you know, the pandemic, this, that, and another. It's like when you have an issue in a relationship, you're like, oh, I don't want to deal with it. You left, you went to work, and you have to deal with it for 8 to 12 hours. You come back, you're okay, but then when you have to sit in the same house at the same time dealing with the same things, it was just like an explosion.
Yeah, before COVID, you had distractions, and afterwards, the shutdown, you had none. You had to face the elephants in the room, or not face them, and they got bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, what do you guys think of our younger people and how they have to date? What do you think about, you know, how you
is rolling eyes
compared to when we had to date?
Because when we had to date, you actually met people face to face. You were in the same circles, or you met them. You know, it was not like it is today, where it's somebody in your inbox, or you know.
Yeah.
You want to go?
Scary. It's scary. It's scary for me. Even though I got a little bit of a taste of that when I met my husband, because we met online, but even then I remember being like, is this guy really like, you know, who comes in and is like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna love you and your kids too? Who does that? Like nobody. Is he for real? Like what's going on here? But you know, you do wonder, and it's the same thing with you know, my son met his boyfriend online as well, and it's kind of like, I feel like it's the norm now, but it's also seems like it's normal for us anyway, because the kids are home. My kids are homeschooled, so it's not like they're in even there, because all of the outside classes that they were taking have been ended since COVID, so they hadn't taken a lot of their outside stuff. But like, and then we moved. So it's not like they have like a big circle here or anything. And so it seems sort of the way it would kind of need to be if they wanted to meet somebody anyway. But it still makes me nervous, because I feel like even then, you know, when internet first started becoming a thing, when we were younger, like high school, and when I was into college, even the people I was talking to online, I knew through somebody. It wasn't like I was meeting a whole bunch of strangers. And so I just, it's a little bit of, it makes me nervous. I'm not going to lie about that at all.
Exactly. Go ahead.
I feel like our people that are dating now, the younger kids, give each other, they take up too much time. And saying that, y'all remember when your mama used to make you get off the phone? Or when she got a phone call, it was like, no, you don't tell my people to hold on or call back. You get your ass off the phone and give me the phone. Mm-hmm. So I remember having to be off of the phone by 9 o'clock. Mm-hmm. If I was on the phone, my daddy used to say, if you're on the phone for longer than 15 minutes, somebody's lying. Ain't that much? He used to say there wasn't enough to talk about. You know, at the age of 15, 16, I feel like they give each other too much time. Saying that, my baby girl, I remember hearing the phone chirp, so I could hear the smoke detector on the other side, and she was in the bed asleep. She's on the phone with her boyfriend, but they just stayed on the phone like overnight while each other slept. That's too much time for me. Let somebody have a chance to miss you.
Right.
So when they did, now when the phone hangs up, it's kind of like, why you gotta go? What you mean, why I gotta go? Get off the damn phone. I say, get off the phone, get off the phone. Yeah, so I don't know. Give somebody some time to miss you.
Yeah.
Don't let them just come into your life and just take over like nothing else is going on.
Yeah.
What's she say? I'm the big girl.
Hell, your ass did it too. you walking past your daughter's room at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. You hear alarms chirping. My smoke detectors don't chirp. We make sure we keep our batteries clean, fresh, and new.
Right.
A chirping smoke detector, never.
Mm-hmm.
So when I heard it, I was like, oh, and FaceTime. They don't even pick up the phone and talk anymore. Everybody's on FaceTime. Get rid of them damn Apple phones and pick the phone up and call somebody.
It's different though. It's different. I mean, I remember that too, of like, there wasn't going to be, when we got a computer, there wasn't going to be any talking on it for a long time because you couldn't be on the computer and the phone at the same time. Right. And then if you wanted some privacy, that cord would only go so far. You understand that the cord would only go so far. And if you finally got a cordless phone, you'd only have reception for a few feet anyway.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, when you got the cord, you couldn't go too far on the cordless phone, but having that cordless phone was like the bomb. You just walk around. Oh man,
that's when we started dating in the age of landlines.
Yes, landlines and beepers and sending the codes 143. Yes. The quick
911, call me now.
Call me 911. What's going on? I ain't heard from you all day. Like, that's it.
Yes.
Pay phones. Had to find some change if you didn't have a man. Kids today don't know.
No idea.
to keep that communication going, man. You had the two-way pagers.
Writing notes.
Yes. We used to write notes sometimes. Like when we were
B and I used to write notes.
Yeah. We used to write notes, little letters, you know what I'm saying? I think I wrote one time, since you're home, I want you to do this. Take your bath. This isn't that food. Stuff like that.
How about making your girlfriend or boyfriend a mixtape?
Listen.
I mean, come on now. There was no better love letter than that.
Oh man. I made this mixtape for you.
Burnt CDs. Yes.
Exactly. And you could tell the people who were in love by the message. Like when you call somebody and left a message, the voicemail, you reached such and such. When they mad,
my dad got on me so bad one time. Because remember, you used to let the music play, and you'd be like, "Hello, hello, hello." I'm sorry, we can't answer the phone right now. My daddy called and got that answering machine and popped off, changed it now immediately.
Yes. That was that time you felt when they was in love or when they just got tired of people. They played the little thug music in the background. Yeah, you know this. Blah, 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 blah. Or she mad. Had to get the mixtape that was at least 60 minutes long on one side, and you had to flip it on the other side. You had to make all that music. Yes.
Memory clear.
Yes.
And the most inappropriate songs, really, as kids to be sharing with each other, because we do a lot of like saying our kids are moving too fast in the age we're in now. But listen, I think back to this one mixtape I got, okay, and I think I was probably like, I don't know, in 8th grade or something, some kind of nonsense. And the song, where the lyric says you need a man with sensitivity. What the hell you know about that at 8th grade? 8th grade.
No, As We Lay, Shirley Murdoch.
Listen.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So, yes, man. Throwback
Secret
Thursday on
Lover.
Wednesday. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Throwback Thursday on a Wednesday. Way back Wednesday.
Oh man.
Way back Wednesday.
Way back Wednesday.
Way back.
So to all you young folks out there.
There you go. Get your radio voice on, Mr. Jackson.
You just don't understand. I mean, the way that we communicated back when, I mean, it's so
Different.
now. When I was on live with Miss Black California, there's a guy who came in and was trying to shoot his shot. He was saying, he's gonna say, hey, blah blah blah, I'm gonna send something into your DMs, this and that or whatever. She's like, no. She said, well, go ahead, send your DMs. She said, okay, well, since you don't want to date anybody online, you don't have to tell me where you live, but give me your location. I'll meet you there. And it act like we was like,
what? No.
And then to act, started asking questions. Do you have kids? He said, no, I don't have kids. And then when he said it, it was like, Right before he ended, he said, all right, I gotta go. Yeah, my bad. I got 3 kids. Click, like, come on.
So he shot his shot and shot himself down all at the same time.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yes. Who's this?
Well, at least he did it all at once, and she didn't have to waste any time with him.
A man like me.
See, that was the words. A man like me. Like, we were in 8th grade. That was not a man yet.
Okay.
You couldn't tell him he wasn't. He was letting you know.
You couldn't even say what.
I sure thought it was sweet at the time, so whatever.
Oh man, like when Mr. Telephone Man came and she wouldn't pick up the phone. Who was it that said? I think DJ Kelly. He didn't want to talk to you. That's all it was. He just didn't want to talk to you. He didn't pick up the phone whatsoever. That's why.
You even look at like the movie. So one of the old musicals, Meet Me in St. Louis. There's a scene where the girl thinks she's going to get a proposal from the guy, and they're all the whole entire family sitting around the dinner table, right? And the phone rings, and the dad's pissed because he's like, "Who could be calling during dinner? Like that's not
not during dinner."
All upset about it, and then he picks up the phone. And he's like, "Hello, can't hear you." And she's just like, free. But it's so even from that time, which takes place in the early 1900s to now, like when we were growing up, it was such a huge difference from then until when we were little as well. I mean, it seems like times moved so fast as far as dating is concerned. It's a different world for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it's definitely a different world. What is it that that the young folk that are dating today, what do you think is something that you can tell them to try to help them on the dating scene? What advice would you give? I mean, as far whether it be,
not the arm cross and the look.
I'm gonna let the queen go first.
Okay, bring it down, Tiger. Bring it down.
First of all,
pistol cock in the background, like wait. Oh my goodness.
First off.
See?
Take your time. Secondly, dating does not mean that you're married.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Exactly.
JT.
Where you at? Where you at? I don't see any. Where you at, JT? I don't see any. I don't see.
Yeah, you gotta take your time. Dating is just that. Dating happens within a marriage, but dating and not being married, separate.
Yeah.
Remember that. Third, remain an individual.
She say, I hear you.
Yes.
You better hear me.
Because even in marriage, you're still an individual. You are a team.
Yes.
You're a team, but you're still individuals.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, I'm done.
What about you?
I love it, Queen B.
Yes.
I definitely echo the first thing that Queen Bee said, which is, take your time. I would add on to that, just slow it down. Everything is so fast paced now. You can get an answer like that. We had to wait until somebody was home and to be able to pick up their phone. We couldn't just call them while they were at the mall or while they were in school or anything. Just slow it down a little bit. And the other thing I would say, since we've talked a lot about this online world, is that the online relationships and in the meeting and everything does not take the place 100% of that face-to-face interaction. Who said if you are dating somebody online, that's great and wonderful, but they could be somebody completely different in person. You just don't know. And who they are answering online might not be who they're going to be when you have the flu and are in bed and you need somebody to take care of you and all that. So I would say that doesn't take the place of in-person interaction at all. And just to think about that as you're having these relations online.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you have something to add to that, my dear?
Make sure you vet the person. In the age of internet dating, there's a lot of imposters. There's a lot of Academy Award actors. You better vet them. You better vet them. You better have them investigated. If I was dating today, honey, I would be something else. My own conglomerate of investigations.
Yes.
Because there's too much going on. There's too many actors. There's too many pretenders. And you got to be careful with your heart. Your heart above all else. Keep your heart.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
I just think, just with me being a dad, just definitely be careful. And I agree with everybody here. Just definitely be careful. Make sure, also it's good to have somebody in the background who's as tall and as large as I, to be good. Just all you got to do is just stand there. That's it. All you got to do is just stand there and definitely be careful.
Be careful.
Definitely be careful. You know what I mean? But I definitely, with my daughter, I'm very, I'm protective. I'll tell in a minute. Like, I just say, you know what? I know people. I keep my hands clean. I know people. That's what I tell them. Like, and that's it. I leave it at that.
Hey,
one of our guests, she should be here soon. She is listening. Yes, she'll be here soon.
Listen, I come from a big Italian family. All I kept hearing was cement shoes. That's all.
Yeah.
That part.
My dog right there said, who you want me to call? Jessica, Queen Bee? Which one? Why y'all want to I'm giving you options. And normally people don't give you options.
Yes. Swimming with the fishes or all black everything. Which one do you want?
That's it.
Exactly. Well, I will be bringing on, we do have some other guests to come on. And I know that, Miss Jessica, you are super busy. And I am so happy that you joined us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell people before you leave? What you got coming up on your side of town, on the opposite side of the camera? You want to give people a little rundown of what you got before you go, my dear?
Who, me? Oh, I don't have a show. What are you talking about? No.
Okay.
Y'all can watch the Breakthrough Show every Friday at 12 p.m. Central Time. We have a great show tomorrow. Again, talking a little bit about relationships tomorrow as well with Terrain Brown, and also Bishara Saeed from India is going to be talking about breakthroughs at different points in his life. And I'm also live every Monday morning, bright and early, 7 a.m. Central Time for Project Joy Live. Occasionally, when he wakes up, you might see a Mr. Jackson on there sharing about some of the things that bring him joy as well. But we've been doing a series in the middle of a series on there about how to bring more play into your life. And sometimes, as we're doing a little bit of this, thinking about nostalgic times tonight, we think about when we were little and our parents would say, get out and go play and don't come in till the lights come on, know. And now as adults, we don't have anybody doing that for us. So we have to be the one to say, take a break, go play, go have fun, and to keep that in our lives. So it's been a lot of fun doing that series on Project Joy. And just been working hard on the musical evening of giving event coming up on December 4th, which I'm so excited to have had help from both the Jacksons, and also really excited. I see Nail Beauty by Brittany and also Queen Bee herself are sponsoring the event. And we have a ton of amazing sponsors. So I'm just so thankful that that's going smoothly, because I need smoothly.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we're still going to continue. There it is.
Yes.
There it is, Queen. There it is. Yes. Yes.
Check out Queen Bee's Hustle for all of your custom personal goods, from the custom hot and cold tumblers to the illustrious t-shirts we are wearing.
Yes.
Please check out the beautiful, the magnificently creative Queen Bee's Hustle.
Yes. Oh man, it's been so much fun. Queen Bee, you can hang out because I know Miss Jessica, she's so busy with her.
Yeah.
She's so busy, girl.
I gotta go make sure the children are eating food, you know. Something other than junk in there. Right?
I hear you. Queen Bee, you gonna hang out with us some more? Okay, cool.
All right.
Jessica, all right.
Jessica.
Jessica, thank you so much for coming. Appreciate
Thanks for having me.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yes. How was that? That was fun. That was fun. Yes, I'm waiting for my one of my guests to show up. I mean, she's there, but she's not there.
Hi, Shauna and Cynthia Rose.
I see a Cynthia.
Welcome in.
We're gonna say hello to a few people till I see her. Because I see her, but I don't see her. She's hiding. How you hide in the back then you back in the backstage?
It's Miss Jernique, right?
Cynthia Rose.
LaShauna's Miss Jernique?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yes. Hey, how you doing? All right. Who else is in? I'm buying. Somebody said, look at that. Look at that. Hold on. Somebody said, I'm buying cups today.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Hello. Yeah.
Use that code DNA.
Yes. You heard that. So we have another guest coming up, Miss K. Wow.
We get to hear dating from a single woman's perspective.
Yes. Soon as she shows her face in the background, she back to acting a fool now. Well, some of you guys know her. I did this yesterday. Some of you guys know her as K. Wow. She's really sweet. Behind the scenes, she's a really sweet person. You know what I'm saying? And she's really cool peoples, and we love her. She's not just, somebody on TikTok we know. She done became family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes she don't like it. Why y'all be putting me out there like that?
The number one DJ on TikTok.
Hey, outside of TikTok. You should see her. She's like, shucks.
The number one DJ, baby, on TikTok.
Yes. So, you know, and I got a couple of pictures that I had. Yeah, check it out. Yeah, right there. Boom.
Hey.
Boom.
DJ
Yeah,
wow, 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 wow.
Yes. Yes. She didn't know that this was coming. Yes. Boom. Y'all welcome in our fam. Miss K. Wild is in the building. Hey, that's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah.
Jackson enough, right? I had to come in like the Jacksons.
Yes. Yeah, you should have took about real slow, like Mike.
Oh, you're right. Hold on.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bring you back. We're gonna do it over. We're gonna do it over. All right, we're gonna do it over again. Yes, we're gonna welcome in
the illustrious, the beautiful,
DJ,
the talented.
Yes, DJ K. Wow. Yeah. Hey, man, there it is. Boom, there it is.
Hello.
Oh my goodness, what's good with you? Yeah. What's going on with you, my dear? Hey.
Can y'all hear me fine?
Yeah, we got you. We got you. What's she saying? She's so.
Hey.
It's some. Hey, we know it's you. We know it's you, Diana. People got a mic drop. Hold on, wait. Mic drop. Yes. You got some fans in the building.
Yes,
Cynthia Rose is in the building. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome. So how are you, Miss K. Wow? How are you?
I'm good. You know.
Yeah, you just chilling.
Just chilling.
She said, I'm just chilling. Oh, man.
So when it comes to dating, in your lives, you have a lot of that going on in the comments with people shooting their shot on what you call TikTok Tinder.
Yeah. TikTok Tinder here, $9.99. What she say? Cynthia Rose say, look, she's in the hot seat today.
Yes.
Yes.
I am.
So are you having the overload of DMs, and I know you get plenty of shots fired in the comments.
Yeah.
Hey, beautifuls, and I love your smile.
I love who you look like.
So what is it like for you when you're doing your thing and people are coming at you or they're flooding your DMs?
It's just like entertainment to me, honestly. Because like I said, some of these people for the TikTok streets, they're doing the same thing in other people's lives. So I just I'll entertain it, you know, because I'm an entertainer. But as far as that, I don't take it too serious. So as far as DMs go,
You don't pay no mind to them?
No.
Huh. Do you
shots missed?
Shots missed.
You hit a brick.
Okay. Oh man. So do you find yourself like when you're taking on people like throwing shots and do you find people get carried away sometimes? Do you have to feel like you have to block them? They get carried away and thinking that they can get, their way just with being in your comments and stuff like that? Yes.
Get a little too aggressive. Oh, and wow. As everyone knows, I am part of the LGBT community, so it's the men, but also some of the women. So it doesn't matter who it's coming from. You have to respect me and understand I'm not some toy that you can just not me.
Right.
So a little aggressive.
A little aggressive.
A little disrespectful sometimes, and they will get blocked.
Say Block City round up in there.
Block party.
We have one of our friends are going to be here. See, she's making notice. I'm going to be here soon. Yes, Tinder, she will be here, guys.
We got you, Tinder.
Yeah, we got you. So we just waiting for you to come on through so you can join the party. Yes.
So you've been dating for quite some time. What's it like now compared to back in the day, and what do you think the pros and the cons are?
Not currently dating, but I can tell you what you got to touch on what you guys are talking about, the instant gratification of social media.
Mm-hmm.
You had to wait till you got home to check for that person's phone call and whatnot. Everything is just instant. And people get bored easily. And if you're not entertaining them or giving them what they want, it's on to the next and on to the next and on to the next. So it's very different from what I can see.
I got you.
So they have no patience, basically.
No.
Gotcha.
It's like if you're not giving me what I want, you're not giving me the conversation I want, which is sometimes not the conversations I want.
Gotcha. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I think it's a lot more, it's different. I mean, like I said, instant gratification. Everybody wants what they want right now. And if you don't answer me, if I text you, oh, you must be seeing someone else, or
would you like if you decided to date? Because one thing that me and my wife have told people, if you're dating, don't if you're gonna date, go ahead and just date more than one person. If you put all your ducks in a row on that one person and that one person is not who you want, then you're gonna be like, damn, I wasted my time.
Right.
And so if when you decide to date, is that something that you will do? Are you going to date more than one person? Are you going to take your time when you date just one, or you just? She said no.
No. I know they call it putting all your eggs in one basket, but I don't have the time to entertain multiple people. It can be stressful. Dating women is a lot more emotional. So there's a lot of emotions you have to deal with. And so if I'm interested in you, I'm going to take that time. If it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out. But I don't want to spread my energies everywhere. So I focus on getting to know that one person.
Gotcha. So like because I know we talked a little bit before. When you did date men, is it different now for the people that you see like your friends date when they date men? Is it different back then when you were dating at the time compared to what you see now with some of the people that you may know? Or is it pretty much guys are the same?
I mean, guys are the same, no disrespect.
Yeah, no.
But it's easier. You see so many married men happy online, but behind the scenes, they're DMing you. Again, social media. I mean, not like they couldn't go out before and do what they do now, but you had to go out and physically meet people. Now it's just a click away for you just to entertain anyone. So.
Got your fans in the building. Lady Blues in the building. Yes.
Yes, you're the second person to tell us about the DMs, the married men in the DMs.
Yes.
Oh no, that's not the part though. A lot of people don't understand women are the same way.
What?
A lot of people don't know. I don't know if we're able to talk about this. DL.
Tell us.
Go ahead.
Where they think DL only applies to men. It applies to women too. They'll be in your inbox. They're like, I got a boyfriend, but they'll allow me to play if you want to, come on over. No. So there's women out there like that too. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yes.
The only thing I can really think of, since I can't say too much, I can only say what I speak on because I don't date men anymore, is the instant gratification of social media.
Right.
So,
right. Wow.
And you're currently not dating at this time because you have someone, or you're just taking a break from the foolishness?
Really? Brittany said she
healing and understanding you don't need distractions. Sometimes you just got to focus on yourself.
Right.
Because we are all flawed, and there's a lot of things that we can work on. And if we always focused on someone else, we can't focus on yourself doing that. So, and you can't use people as a void, a filler, and that's what a lot of people do. And that's why they jump from relationship to relationship to relationship, and that's just not the person I am.
Yeah.
I can definitely respect that.
Yeah.
I can definitely respect that, KY, because like you said, a crutch. People in one relationship and just want something, like you say, to fill that void. And I feel that that's selfish and it's definitely unfair, because if you're not ready to jump into another relationship, don't use the next person when you know that you're not ready. So if you need your time to heal, do that.
Yes.
And it makes you a better person for the right one that comes along.
Right. I honestly know if I were to get into a relationship right now, I would damage that person. But you have to know this about yourself and not just think, oh, I'm just the perfect person. No, we all have something we can work on.
Definitely.
It's an everlasting journey. So.
Yeah, that's
absolutely. Now we found out once we got married is when we started realizing, okay, we have some things we didn't heal, and then we had to begin that journey.
That baggage. Yeah.
You have to get rid of some of that stuff. And throughout the years, we learned that we had time to grow. Individually, we had time to grow and things like that. And that's why we're the couple that we are today, because we
took that time.
Yeah, we took that time and just really took time to grow. And a lot of people have to do, if you are getting ready to get, or if you're single, don't rush into it, just like you said, an instant gratification, or that, what I'm saying, or you have to feel somebody's touch. Sometimes you have to realize what you have to, you have to heal. There's something that's within you that you may have to heal. Get yourself together. Date yourself. You know what I'm saying? Date yourself. Go out, go out to the damn mall.
To the dinner, the movies.
Exactly. Do some stuff that you normally you don't do, and
buy
just
yourself flowers.
Right. And see what you may like. Because before, I never thought that just walking around the mall would be, just enjoyable. You just get to just do
you
that.
Always think I need a partner.
Right.
Or I need someone to help me enjoy it.
Yeah. And what I'm saying? I can do that. And that's why if we go out to the mall, I'm cool with it. Because I enjoy it. And then having somebody with you, that just makes it even more fun to have somebody with you. But do stuff by yourself, man.
Yes.
And things like that. And just, don't rush into it. What if somebody saying I have married?
See, I'm a person that likes a lot of alone time, whether in a relationship or not. So I think it's a necessity to have that time to yourself.
Yeah.
Relationship or single. So to me, it's very important. You have to have your separate life.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
What are some of the things that you do other than, because I know sometimes I can tell sometimes when you play your music, I know because we've grown to know you. I can tell sometimes when you're playing your music, it's therapy for you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you're in a very good mood, we're jamming. But sometimes we're in that mood where you just want to like be mellow. It's like you can tell, okay, she's doing it. And just like when we moderate for you, it's like enjoy the journey.
Right.
Enjoy the experience. Because in music, it's like you're telling a story. You know what I'm saying? You're telling a story. You know what I'm saying? And so other than playing the music, is there anything else that you do just to say, hey, I'm chilling? You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing.
I mean, living here in Florida, I just go find different spots because I'm still kind of technically new here. So just going out, sitting by the water, that's my therapy, with your headphones on and just simple stuff like that, and just exploring my whole new territory. So that's therapeutic for me. There's nothing like sitting by the water or watching the sunset. It's simple stuff for me.
Yeah. So easy to please.
Yes.
Yeah. Easy.
Very.
Yeah. Water and sunsets.
We lost you for a minute there.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're okay.
Phone keeps ringing.
It's okay. You didn't want to talk to me. It's okay.
I love to talk to you.
Oh, wait a minute. We got some comments here. Let me see. You have to have
me time even when you are in a relationship to maintain healthy connection. This is true, Diva Dips.
Yes. It is very true. It's very true.
And if you don't enjoy your own self, like who else is going to enjoy you? Like I enjoy myself.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So.
Say that again, KY.
What you say? We didn't hear you.
I'm an angel tonight.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Self-love and care is so important. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
One thing I do want to speak on, I know you guys didn't ask me this, but I want people to understand, because there's a lot of stereotypes. Mm-hmm. And with the LGBT community, a lot of people feel like it's just different. We want the same type of relationships too. I know there's a stereotype that we just are out there and we just want everything walking. We have real relationships too. We have families, So I just want people to understand that, because there's a stereotype out there that it's just all about what goes on in the bedroom. There's more than that. So when people think of the LGBT, it's about, oh, they date the same sex and they related to that aspect, and it's so much more. It's just like a regular relationship. Right. I want you to put that out there.
No.
We definitely want to hear your perspective.
Yeah,
right.
That's your perspective on it. Yeah.
Right. So.
Yeah, man. I meet, with me working, I meet a lot of different people. I see a lot of different people, and that's why when it comes to seeing people and seeing how they date, it's like I see women who come into to my store together. I see men who come into the store together, and then sometimes you have some people you may have some people who are ignorant to the fact, and I just sit there and I just tell people, I said, let them be.
Right.
There are people who just want to be loved. It's just, just because it's not a man and a woman, and you may, see it as being that's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's if that's what they want, that's what they want to do. Let them be. It's not going to be any skin off your back if if they're just doing their thing. They don't do their thing, and you ain't got to worry about it. It has nothing to do with you.
Right.
And I hate seeing some of the things that happen in that community where people get so pissed off. And I know probably veering into a completely different subject, but people who abuse people who are like that and who target them with hate. And I really hate that. You know what I'm saying? They're just people just like us. It's just like being, white or black or Spanish or, things like that. They're just different. They're just doing their thing, and leave them be. You know what I'm saying? We
all deserve to be happy.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? We still want to, live our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, when you go home, they're still going to do their thing no matter how you feel at home. Because you go out there, say for instance, you go out there, if that's the person going out there beating on that person, you go home, guess what? You may have hit them or beat on them or whatever, but that ain't going to do nothing but bring them closer together. And things like that. Just let it be, And I hope that there's other people who are listening to just
end the judgment.
Yeah.
In the judgment. You're not judging jury. It's not your business.
It's like, get to know the person before you judge.
Exactly.
And speaking on the, people harming people, I'm very careful about in public, because men will hurt you just for the simple fact that you turned them down and said, hey, you like women, and they'll get more aggressive. So that can be scary.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And me as a man, I'm going to put the men out there. Throughout trying to get everybody together for the show. And I know some people may have had certain things that went on, and don't necessarily have to disclose exactly who I spoke to or whatever. But
we spoke to several men.
We did. I did speak to several men,
trying to get them on this show to get perspectives,
and I just couldn't.
None of them have come through.
Yeah, I just couldn't. And I'm speaking on the ones who I actually talked to. I'm not talking about the ones who had to work. You know what I'm saying? Respect for those who had to work and things like that, because this is something that's extracurricular, and I get that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what is it that as a man that you couldn't just disclose? Are you, if you're dating more than one woman, one thing you have to do, whether you're dating more than one woman or you're dating more than one man, however the case may be, let that person know. Be honest with that person. And that's all you have to do is just be honest with that person. Because guess what? By you being honest, that gives that person the opportunity to say, okay, this is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody just one-on-one. Or if you're trying to, may the best man or woman win, date more than one person, do that. But don't hide it.
Yeah, and some of them didn't come on because they know they're dating more than one person, and they want to be on blast. On camera talking about it.
You know what I'm saying? So
I've always said, if you're a real player, you're gonna tell everybody you dating. And if they choose to stick around, you the true player. The player ain't hiding and lying and doing all that.
Right. So, and it just kind of,
it was disappointing.
It was disappointing to talk to some folk, and then it's like, oh man, say okay, and then just say, nah, I can't do it, or you sent, or if I sent
a link and they say they can't.
I sent a link to somebody.
Get it to work.
Yeah, they could.
Or they had a real tall tale that you like. I know you're lying. You could just say, I don't.
Wow.
Get a tall tale. Just say, I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Right. I just wish not. I mean, a subject like this, when it comes to dating or being in a relationship, yes, I would love to have a male perspective on it. And that's why, I wanted to have different perspectives. No, I'm sorry. We wanted to have different perspectives. We want to have married couples. We want to have someone such as yourself, KY. I wanted, and plus
LGBTQ.
Yeah. I have who will be coming on soon, and she's what you say?
You forgot that plus.
The plus. Oh,
yes.
The plus. Yes, the plus. Now I ain't gonna lie, KY. Sometimes when I get ready to say it, I get tongue tied.
Yes.
So I'm like, I'm like to those, because my uncle who passed away, what I'm saying, he was gay. And I loved him to death. Nobody could tell nobody could tell me nothing about him. And that's why I don't. That's why when it comes to men who date men or women who date women, or whatever the case may be, I have no problems with it, because my uncle was still my uncle.
Yeah,
man, he didn't make me feel uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form. That was my uncle. My uncle will tell me in a minute, you messed up.
He was real old school.
I put my foot in it, plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes, Diva. Thank you, Diva. Yes, thank you, Diva.
Thank you, Diva. Yes, Uncle Ronnie was. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, he was.
We missed him so much.
Yes, he was awesome, and he had friends, and sometimes it got to a point where I had to tell my friends, I don't care what you say, that's my uncle. You can sit there and all day. That's my uncle.
Yes.
And if we're gonna remain friends, you got to respect the simple fact that that's my uncle.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't grow up as like a street fighter and the kind of person that like to fight over just some BS because somebody's talking shit.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying. But when it came out, I let them know like that's my uncle, and don't say anything about him.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about him all you want, but don't talk about him around me.
Right.
In that aspect,
it's scary being on TikTok. I was scared. For instance, I was scared to tell you guys. I didn't know how everybody was going to respond, and but if you've been judged so much by it, you don't know who's going to turn their back on you. But I reached a point in my life where I always say, if God knows what I'm doing, I don't give a damn what anybody else knows. That's the only person I have to worry about. So it's still hard, but people will turn their back on you just because of who you love.
That's how you know who your real ones are.
Yeah.
Right.
I learned a lot about the community, and I still can't say I know a lot about it now. My sister is gay, and she's married. My sister and sister-in-law just celebrated their 1-year anniversary on the 4th.
Okay.
So, when I tell you beautiful wedding, but my sister decided that she wanted to be with a woman. She loves a woman. She married a woman. Hell, who am I to judge her? I don't have a heaven or a hell to put her in or keep her out of.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, who makes you happy?
Right.
Who makes you happy and love it?
Yeah, I had a friend I was scared to tell. She's like, "Are you happy?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "That's all that matters." Because I was scared to tell her in the beginning. She's like, "Are you happy?" That's all I care about. I don't care about anything else.
Exactly. So, yeah. Especially when it came.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you love, as long as you're loved by that person and you are happy.
Right.
That's all that matters.
Exactly.
Right.
If I love you, I want to make sure you're happy, and I want to know that you're loved.
Right.
And that's it.
Who's this? My youngest has not heard anyone who hurts. Oh,
that's right, Sissy.
That's right.
That's right, Sissy.
That's all you do. Huh? That's what you do.
Yes.
That's yes. Call in the forces. Hey, listen. We love to travel.
Hoodie up.
Okay. Be like, hey, Queen, get it together. We on our way.
Pull up.
Okay. Pull up, Roman.
Now, as a child, I got to see LGBTQ plus with my mom and my aunt. They both had girlfriends at one point. Or boyfriends, because they were masculine.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yes. So Big Renee and Little Renee is who they were called. My mom had Little Renee and my aunt had Big Renee. And they were the kindest, the sweetest. I mean, they provided better than the men in my mom and my aunt's lives. Mm-hmm. They were amazing. Christmas, I mean, they went all out. Right. We didn't get gifts from our fathers. They had all the gifts. Okay. I mean, so my experience from an early age with that is all love, because I got to see it way back then. So no matter how many men they had, those women stood out. I will never forget them, and I still love them to this day. When I see them in the streets, they get hugs. Mm-hmm. So
yeah.
I've always had love for the community because of those experiences and understanding from an early age. So
we're just human beings like the rest of the world. So
exactly.
I'm so grateful for it and for them.
We love you too. We love you too. It's like
we have gone over.
Yeah,
I forgot the time.
No, I told you.
Okay,
we was gonna go over. I already
that good.
Yeah, it's. I already told Jess. I said we're going over, and since we don't have anybody behind us, we're good. So you know what I'm saying? Only thing I can't do is play music. But hey, we ain't gonna go there. We can't do it. Yeah. Yeah. When I was when I was coming up, I when I had a lot of people, talking about, my uncle and stuff like that. And people wanted to actually fight me because I accepted my uncle. And I'm like, how dumb? I was like, how dumb are you? Like, like really? Like grow up, So that's why, when it comes to people, I don't have a lot of, a lot of friends. Now, since I've been on TikTok, I've gained a family. You know what I'm saying? Right. When I got on there, I used to tell her, I said, you know what, this person is, and I always tell her, this person is, it's just the energy. Like with KY, I got the energy. You know what I'm saying? I automatically knew. I said, and I kept going back. It was the energy. And then I met Queen B, and then I met Tracy, you met all those different people, and it was the energy. You just can't, it's now, since I've gotten older, it's like it's almost like gaining a superpower. You know what I'm saying? That
intuition.
Yeah, exactly. That energy is what's
discernment.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Exactly. So it's like you tend to pick that out, and you tend to, when you sense a certain, like, hold up.
Right.
I can't deal with you. I can't. Like that conversation that me, you, and me, Queen B, and you had with that one gentleman.
Oh man,
drained us.
Oh.
We ain't gonna say no names, but he cool, but
I was like,
that's the point I try to get across in lies, but that's a whole different thing.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother show.
Yeah, that's a whole different show.
Yeah.
Question.
Queen B, stop it, Queen B. Stop it.
Somebody has a question.
Right, so we got a question for you, K. Wow.
They got a question for me?
Yes. Can you see the questions?
Yeah. Do you deal with the same drama I do with dating? Do you mean as far as dating women? Is that what you're saying?
That's tenderoni, right?
It is.
Yes, I believe that's what she's saying. She dates men and you date women, but do you go through the same drama, like with the lies or the?
It's two women. What do you think? Cycles and stuff, like we syncing up, and the rest. Come on now. Yeah, it's just the same. I keep telling everybody it's the same, and I know people are curious about that. It's the same. You're just dating the same sex. That's it.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Wow.
And I know people think, oh, one's trying to be the man and one's trying to be the woman. Why can't we just be women?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I guess when we look at women, sometimes we feel like women are more honest, or a man. Well,
Yeah.
listen, but this is the perspective that some of us have. We feel like women are straight up. We're more honest. We're more straightforward to tell you what we want. Whereas men, they kind of try to finesse you. They got their representative coming towards you. So it's no different, right? It's the same.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the same. Yeah. Well, hold up. It depends on who you're dealing with. Just like all men aren't like that, all women aren't like that. You have some honest men wherever they are. Hey, Mr. Jackson.
Thank you.
No, but women are the same. Like I tell people, if you're dating men and you just get fed up with men and you just want to come on this side because a man hurt you, go back. Because it's no different. If that's your only reason, go back. We're full over here.
So you full?
Yes.
We're full over here.
It's so crowded.
Yes. Brittany says definitely not. Some women are super sneaky. Yes.
I've dated a super sneaky person, so I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed. I think there was something that the wife had mentioned to me a while ago. I think we had read an article about men when they get hurt, they jump from relationship instead of dealing with that pain. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it goes back to healing. You know what I'm saying? You're hurting somebody. Yeah, you have to deal with the hurt. You got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I did notice, and I always stress this, is, and I'm not being funny, it's real life. When I was with a man, go out, do whatever you want to do, come back, whatever. Let us break up one time and you think I'm with someone. Oh, it's the end of the world. But you were going out, you were doing everything you wanted to do. But if the woman does it, it's a problem. Your ego is shattered.
Yeah. Yeah. Men are definitely ego driven. You know,
right.
Like women emotional, men ego. And then if a woman does something, the man's like, no, you can't do this. Almost like, no, I'm man. No, listen, no.
No. If you could do it, I could do it too.
Yeah,
if you gonna cheat, I'm gonna do.
And we can do it better.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to cheat,
I'm gonna dot that I. Yes.
Women lie, men lie. Yes.
And the biggest thing, is nowadays. Nowadays with how everything is with COVID, and people just have to start being honest. It's like, because at the end of the day, you got to tell a lie to cover up the other lie, to cover up that lie with another lie, and that seems like it's so much work. Just be honest. Just be honest.
Much work.
Yeah,
well, some people have mental issues, like a narcissist. They can't help themselves. It's a mental issue, but that's a whole different topic. There are some people who really believe their own lies, and they don't know they're lying because they believe their own lies. So you deal with people with mental issues as well. But again, that's a whole
other thing. But that's a very, very valid point. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And online brings them out. It is the narcissist playground.
Wow.
So, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really think I need to. I really want to try to get. It's like if we do another show like this, I really want to try to get. I need to get some men in the box along with some of the women, because that's why I really wanted to have so we can have
dialogue.
Not to argue, but just to say, hey, this is what, as in a men's perspective, I don't know what it is to be there. I've been on my 23 years, so I don't know what's going on out there. I only go by what somebody is, what I see.
What we hear and what we
see. What we see. You know what I'm saying? I know of somebody who at work, let me see, I know of somebody who was going through something with dating, and the guy wanted to date some other folk,
Like
when they were broke up,
like dated, like co-workers dating, and then they broke up, and then he was approaching other co-workers to date in the same place. And it's not like it's a huge place. It's exactly K-Wow.
He woke up and chose violence.
I mean,
listen.
And then when
I call him Dexter now.
Dexter.
But then that was, I was really shocked. You know what I'm saying, to hear it. Like, I mean, why? And it's like, you know how close everybody is.
No scruples. No principles.
You want to do, and then in the same.
That's just messy.
It is.
White.
It is. Listen.
It has me looking at him very differently. When I thought he was a cool guy, I'm like, no. That's so foul.
Yeah. I can't. I couldn't believe it when I heard it. But as the story was being told, she was in tears because she was that hurt. Yeah.
She's a sweet girl too.
Yeah.
I try. Some people just really don't care about hurting other people. As long as they're getting what they need and what they want, they don't give a damn about the next person. So it's unfortunate. So.
Wow.
Exactly. Well, I'm gonna take a quick break, you guys.
Yes.
You smoke them if you got them. No. I'm just gonna take a quick break. You know what I'm doing? I'm gonna take a quick break from a word from my sponsor. I have a sponsor. I do. Would you like to see who my sponsor is?
Yes.
Would you like to see who my sponsor is, Queen B? A word from my sponsor.
Hey there, in the mood for some style? Well, make your way over to queenbeehustle.com. Miss Hustle don't play no games now. She gave y'all options, keychains to multi-purpose trays to t-shirts. Select products can even be customized, all of which are made by this beautiful lady here, Miss Queen B. Head on over to queenbeehustle.com where hustle and creativity uniquely meet.
Hey!
Yes.
I was doing my Shakira voice.
You should have seen it in the background. Yes. I think
Hey.
I think we should have some younger folks.
Yes, I think we're gonna have a part 2 to this and have the younger generation come in.
Yeah.
We've already approached our son and our daughter.
And my son
is 28 and the daughter is 20.
Yeah, he was going to be the male perspective, but he had to work. Mm-hmm. So that's for those who had to work and things like that. You know, I get it.
Oh.
Yeah. He was ready for it too.
He was ready. In his perspectives, we interviewed him.
Famous.
Yeah. With our son, we interviewed him like we did everyone else to see preliminary what he would be talking about, and his perspectives were phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we can't wait to bring him on. Our daughter is also LG.
We gotta find
TBQ plus.
Yes.
So we're gonna hear her perspective from a 20-year-old perspective of what's going on out there.
Yeah, that right there. Hold on. Yeah, that right there.
LGBT plus.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had to find it because we get tongue tied.
We don't let them know.
Actually, QIA, LGBTQIA plus, but neither here nor there.
What's the IA?
We want the whole alphabet, okay? We're coming for it.
What's the IA?
Intersex and questioning and asexual, I believe. I'm still learning too.
Okay. Yeah, our daughter is constantly schooling us on what's going on and the terms and yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get the handbook. It updates every year, so I gotta get the new handbook.
Yeah.
She dates men and women.
Ah.
So
So we don't get the perspective of. Okay, this producer stuff. I'm sorry, Jessica's still producing. Yeah, she does date now. The only thing we've only met the guys.
Yeah, she hasn't brought any women home.
Yeah, but she
knows you feel comfortable with it, right? It's not that.
Not a problem.
No, we don't have a problem at all. But we've seen her go on dates. We've taken her on dates.
Yeah.
With women. But she hasn't brought them home. We've only met 2 guys though.
Yeah, she's
very selective.
Right. It's who she brings to the house. And I guess it's not, we don't mind her, tell us, who you're dating, things like that. I guess it's just if they become worthy enough to meet the parents. I think that's what it is, because she goes out on her dates, but not everybody, not everybody we've seen. And I think that's more or less, I'm not sure, you're not to that point yet where I can introduce you to my parents. And I think that's what that is. It's kind of like a single woman not bringing the guy or the woman around, or a single man, or however the case, bringing around the kid, bringing her home with the kid, having the kid there, and not ready for that person to meet the kid just yet. You know what I'm saying? Because she did me the same way. It was a little while before I met my son. Right. Yeah. It was a minute before I actually met him. So I knew about him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But I hadn't met him, and I respected that. Yes. Because I understood, because if that person comes into someone's life and, hey, how you doing? All of a sudden, out of life, they're gonna be like, well, where is he? Right. So she did that. Hello, everyone.
And see, speaking of the same thing, you guys, you meet the dates and whatnot. Like, my daughter has a girlfriend, and I still have yet to meet her, but I'm going to meet her around the holidays. So I'm like, it's the same thing. I'm going to meet her. What you about? Yeah, my daughter. So it's the same thing.
Exactly.
We don't play that. I'm still a parent first, so all that other stuff.
What is it? Hold on. That's the little one.
Hey, baby.
They can hear you. If you
can't
go on camera, say hello.
Hi.
K Wild's gonna say hi to K Wild.
Say hi, Miss K Wild.
Hi, Miss K Wild.
Hi, Danielle. That's Danielle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
And when you come on, is that K Wild? K Wild, yeah. It's like, I'll let her know. I'll let her know. And then I put the phone down that time. Okay, remember the time that you were playing music? Yeah. And I put my phone down. So I put my phone down, so she saw the button to where you can gift. And so she started gifting. And then, Kay always say thank you. She say thank you, MJ. I say thank you. And near my phone, thank you. So I go like this with a hand up. She I said, did you cook it? Yeah. So I said, that was Danielle. She was like, thanks, Danielle. I said, wait, Mr. Jackson, these songs were playing. I said, no, she can't hear. I have my Bluetooth.
Yeah, that wasn't for the baby's ears.
The music that she was playing, no, she
couldn't hear it. All she saw was gifts and let me get.
Yep, she
well, let her come on, let her hold your phone.
Really?
All the good gifts.
Okay, somebody's put something in here. Hold on.
Oh, that's Diva Dip. Diva Dip giving the breakdown.
She's breaking it down. Okay. All right.
Two-spirited. Wow, I like the sound of that.
Indigenous people to describe their sexual. Wow.
Two-spirited. That would be my mom.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And my aunt.
Guess. Wait a minute. Is that who do I see? Is that her? She hold on. I'm gonna give her a minute. Hold on. She's in the background.
So does one of us need to go, or
no? Sit down. Sit down. Listen, you're in my class. Class.
Hi, Christina. Thicker than a snicker. I like your name.
Yeah. Thicker than.
And you put on sunglasses.
Okay.
Hi, Twyla.
Well, listen, my other guest has made her presence known. She is on her way in. Some of you know her as Tenderoni on TikTok. So welcome, Miss Tenderoni. Hey!
Hey!
She said,
I'll be home in 10 minutes.
She's been in the comments and said, I'm on my way. Yeah. How are you?
How do I sound? Do I sound okay?
You're good.
Yes, you sound fine.
You're good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just got off work. I'm heading home to my laptop. I just didn't want you guys to be waiting so long for me.
It's all good.
Right.
It's all good. You are here. We got questions coming through. We got comments. Hold on.
And remember, guys in the audience, you can ask questions if you want.
Yeah.
It's dialogue. It's not just...
Don't ask me anything.
So the topic, I read your caption for the topic. It said dating while married and single, right?
Yes.
Or married. I think married or single, something like that.
I hope you put or, because you know...
It is. It says or.
Like, what? I have a whole completely different audience. I can't wait.
This explains the DMs from the married people. Married and single at the same damn time.
All right,
Very well single or. Yeah.
Oh my.
So we're talking about our dating life, right? That's what we're talking about today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
What if we don't have one?
If you don't have one, you can explain why. What kind of obstacles are you coming up against?
Are you looking?
Well,
Are you looking?
I don't have any dating apps. I don't do any swiping. I don't go anywhere really. I have met people on TikTok, of course.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
While she's driving.
Uh-oh, Elsa.
But they haven't been any.
You're freezing up.
Elsa.
Let it go.
I'm almost home. If somebody else wants to talk, then I'm like literally almost home. If somebody else wants to talk, and then I'll come in once I get there.
When you get home, I'll just bring you back in. So that way your signal is. You can still stay in the backstage if you like. Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
And yeah, we'll just bring you back in when you get home.
Okay.
Okay. That sounds
all
good.
right. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So I have a question.
Sure.
Have any of you dated online before?
No.
No. You have? Okay, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't feel like you were being catfished or anything?
Oh, no, you got to get on video camera right away. And if you got an excuse, you're a catfish. I've had a guy that pretended like he was a female because he knew I was lesbian on the app. Wow. He called me with a deep voice trying to sound like a girl. I'm like, I cannot. But no, I make sure like you have to get on camera with me. I'm not a phone person, but you have to get on camera. If you got any excuse to why you can't get on camera.
So Sean said that's how she met her hubby.
Okay. I mean, I hear people talk about it. As a matter of fact, I have relatives that have married. They found their husbands online. Of course, it wasn't the internet. Let me see. We got married in 2008. But like I said, I already knew him. I knew him from like 97.
Right.
So I didn't do the online dating thing. I remember when AOL started and I was in the doggone chat room and didn't know who the hell I was talking to. So I was just wondering, how secure do you feel with using those apps or those websites to find a date? Okay, Brittany say yes, you have to video chat.
It's just like in person to me. I mean, it's different, that. It's not in person, but you still have to feel the person out, whether it's in person or online. It's a lot more that can be hidden online, but in real life, you can hide stuff. So for me, it's been very interesting because I have formed relationships based off of the internet. And sometimes even if we don't work out dating, I have ended up with some of the best friends. Like, okay, we didn't work dating, but now you're one of my good friends.
So would you kind of compare it to long distance? Dating at a distance rather? No, you're laughing. Why?
No, because I did meet somebody online. I was dating them long distance. So yeah. Most people, that's the downfall, because most people that I interact with or find myself attracted to, they are far away from me. So I'm like, but you get to get travel, you go travel different places.
Yeah.
So my family thinks it's crazy, like it could be a killer. I mean, hey, roll the dice, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Lady Blue says, spend as much time picking your mate as you would picking your shoes, your weave, or whatever. No microwave dating.
Yes.
But our conversation is lost.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Remember speed dating used to be a thing?
Yes.
I wonder why. I guess you got to get to know the person.
Well, during these COVID times, I guess they can't do that.
Oh, okay.
It would be dangerous, but it used to be. I used to think that was a phenomenal idea. You get to be in person and look in some eyes.
Exactly.
And feel vibes in person.
I mean, you got to remember, dating is different for everybody. Some people are dating just to hook up.
Yeah.
Some people want some free meals, and they're not looking for anything relationship-wise. So dating is different. Can be a different term for everybody. When I'm dating, we're dating. It's just me and you.
Right.
Hey.
What's up? Brown Eyes in the building.
Brown Eyes.
That's Brown Eyes.
Yeah.
Hey.
What was this say?
Says Diva Dip says, I think online is better because I can weed through the BS earlier.
Really? Because I think, like I said, I've never tried it. I think you could be snowed easier with dating online. I don't know, because you have so much time to do stuff away from the phone or the computer. So you, just like when your granddaddy had a whole nother family across the track.
Not across the track.
Hell no. Hey, she said you're not the lady.
He did. Yeah, so I mean, I feel like that gives you free time. Again, never tried it. Had the need to do so online. So
it can be good and bad. I mean, if it wasn't for the internet, none of us would have ever met. You know, you find your family, your friends, relationships. So, you know, but it's just not for some people, and I understand now.
I find it. Let me read this exactly how I feel comfortable enough to get to meet someone from online, give my friend all the information, where I'm going, etc. Dating online can be scary, feel uncomfortable.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Boy, if I was single today, I don't know what I would do other than be, like I said, the investigative conglomerate.
Yeah.
And when I show up, I'm gonna have people hidden, watching us. I'm not going alone. I'm gonna have my people out there watching. So if anything goes down, I got my backup.
The undercover sitting down at the.
Yeah.
The blue dog has left the building. The blue dog has left the building.
Okay. People guard down and they're comfortable, so they mess up when they're face to face. They guard, stay up.
Yep. Gotcha, Diva Dip.
And Karen.
Hey, Lily. Or Lise.
And what you call? She's just coming in. We're talking
about dating. Brown Eyes. We already heard from the marriage perspective at the beginning, and now we're talking to the single perspective of what's happening out in these internet dating streets.
Yes.
So if you have a perspective or if you have a question, you can put it in the chat box. We will talk about it. Yeah.
When I was dating, I was.
Diva Dip says, when I was dating, I would send pics of my date, their car, and the locations.
Yes. There you go.
Wow.
Yes.
Exactly.
She don't play no games.
Okay. You know, since I've been on TikTok, it seems like I've I feel as if I make friends easy, but I find it better, or I have a better outcome with the people who I've met on TikTok than I do not on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have more people who now I call family from TikTok than I have that I actually talk to on a regular basis. Right now, I can tell you I probably only talk to, other than the people who I work with, maybe one or two other people that I've known. Like right now, like I call them right now. But everybody who I've talked to now is people who I've met on TikTok, so I'm online.
Why is that, though? Why do you feel that is?
Because you know what I think? I think a lot of people come here to escape the BS, because they have to deal with BS outside of being online, and then when you find other people who have escaped too. So you kind of, you kind of meet those people, and especially if you're people such as us who kind of fill out the energy of people. You know what I'm saying? Then you can be like, okay, I can dig that, so I can dig that person. Or sometimes you look and be like, you know what I'm saying? That sometimes I'm not gonna say I get attached to folk, but I am friendly, and sometimes there may be something I don't see, but that's when my wife comes in that, because she'll see something that I don't see, and she'll be like,
Slow down.
Hold up, you know what I'm saying? and the thing is, it's not a bad thing, because I may have something up here, like, and I think about something with business, and I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I'm everything's exploding up here. She's in the background, like, already, in her mind doing the detective work, because my mind is racing, trying to do so many different things, but she's in the background to say, hold up, I know you're here, but look at this, look at this information, and look at it, be like, well, shit, how did I miss that? You know what I'm saying?
What you fighting on me?
You know what I'm saying? Huh?
Nothing.
What did we say about you?
I said, what you fighting on me? Because it's some things.
I'm glad that you mentioned. Let me pull that screen up. No.
Don't pull up the mug shots. Don't pull up the mug shots. I'm a thug.
When it comes to, I think sometimes, the phrase familiarity breeds contempt. I think sometimes people who've known you for a long time, especially if y'all met during your teenage years, they might be still stuck on who you were then.
Hey, look who's in the
building.
building.
Because you've grown, they may not see it, or they may not want to see it, or they don't understand it, or don't want to acknowledge it.
Oh, she wasn't ready. Hold on, I'm sorry, you weren't ready.
So it's like now on TikTok, we're meeting each other where we are.
Right.
Older, wiser, better, and in our zone.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's where the vibe and the connection comes from, because you're kind of on the same wavelength. Whereas somebody that you grew up with, they still only see Booby or Peanut or whoever you used to be.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily see the grown, evolved version of who you are now.
I love the fact that we can all be playful, though. Like the children at heart. Like no matter how old we are, it comes out, and that's what I really enjoy.
Yes.
No matter how old we are, so.
Yes.
Hey, Tenderoni.
Welcome back. Tenderoni made it, everybody. Yay.
I made it.
Welcome in.
Hey.
Our friend is here. Look who's here.
Hey, Candy Ray. Hey, Chanel.
Miss Johnson is here in the building. Yeah. So,
hey, Candy.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Queen Bee. Hi, everybody. Hi, Miss
Hey.
K-Wow.
Pretty in the building.
Diva Dips.
Yes. Teresa, you got Miss.
Hi, Teresa. Who is Trisha?
So you here to moderate? Hey, would you believe I actually blocked somebody? For the first, I did. I had to block somebody. Listen, I didn't pull up the question. They were off the chain with some of the stuff we saw.
The comments were
and I don't know if you saw it, because I was looking, I was like,
bringing the vibe down.
I was backstage like,
You saw it?
Yeah, I had to point it out.
I started texting people like, did you see?
No, I pointed it out to him because I saw the first comment I saw. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And then more comments when I'm like, and I had to tap him and point to him like,
yeah, and it kept coming.
And I didn't have to tell him. He went ahead and just blocked him. And I was like,
good. I already knew where that was going. So
no, I was. But see, the thing is, when I saw it, I didn't know I could do it, and so I was like, how do I tell them? Because you, Queen Bee, and Brittany had the power to block people, and I'm like, I need to tell them. Do I just stop? Like, stop, block such as? No, I didn't want to do that because I was really right there ready. I was really right there ready.
Brittany said she had her finger ready.
Brittany, what they talking about me? Because I'm gonna find out.
I'm trying to get everybody over to YouTube, y'all. By the way.
Yeah, Brittany, if you look in the comments, your name is blue. If your name is blue, then yeah, you had a power. But back to you, Miss Tenderoni.
Tenderoni, welcome in.
Thank you.
And the Ronnie went and no leg.
I forgot what I was talking about before I got off. Do you guys remember? Or no?
Why aren't you dating?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So I did meet my last boyfriend.
She's like, why ain't you dating, huh?
So I did my last boyfriend that I met that we broke up in 2019. I did meet him online. It was a website called Coffee Meets Bagel.
I haven't heard that.
Created it that live in San Francisco. Don't Google it, K Wild. Are you Googling it, K Wild?
I'm on TikTok bringing people to the show.
No, Miss John. Hold on, real quick, Miss Johnson. It's not like TikTok where you touch the name and you just have.
She has to be on the laptop to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she ended up talking. Diva, is that you? But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I do believe in dating websites. I do. I've done it before. You meet some great people. I mean, I was on there. People say there's crazy people on there. Then, what does that mean of us that are on there too? So I have met some cool people. I just don't have any apps right now, any dating apps or anything like that. When I first tried it, you're just swiping all day, just swipe. Because you're going off of physical attraction. Right. And one thing that I was told by my therapist back in 2016 when I got divorced was that I picked the same type of guy. So if I'm swiping, I'm probably gonna pick the same type of guy over and over and over. So that's why I don't trust myself doing that, because I'll end up. She said I can have 100 men in a row and you will still pick the same type of guy. So I don't know what it is, what we attract to each other. I don't know what it is. So that swiping doesn't work for me because I'll find the same type of guys all the time.
Have you guys ever thought of dating somebody that wasn't your type?
I married someone that's not my type. That type was kicking my ass, y'all. Not physically, but it was just like, damn, again? I picked the wrong one. I'm still going through foolishness again. Child, my husband is yellow. He says he's light skinned.
Now, wait a minute now.
No, listen, because my type was like super tall, dark, and on the thinner side, right? My husband is yellow, short, and husky. That's the love of my life. I wouldn't trade his ass in for nothing. But what I dated prior to him is nothing like what I married.
Yes. Yes. And I can, same here. Now, you like the tall and the dark. I like the red and the short. The tall and the chocolate.
Yeah.
But the love of my life. The love of my life. Now, them red bones were killing me.
Wait.
Wow. The red bones were off the chain, honey. But that's why in the very first show that we had, I discussed how who you're attracted to most of the time is not who you are compatible with.
Exactly.
You gotta pick.
Yeah.
You gotta try out the ones that's not your type.
But
Okay,
the
wow,
downfall.
are you listening?
No, K-Wow, like hell no. Hell no.
Hell to the no.
There's a downfall to that. So there's a downfall to that. And the downfall to that is, I don't know if you'll agree with me or not, but a lot of the times the ones that are not our type, we have to learn to like them, learn to be attracted to them, learn. And then later when you're like, then you look at the one that you are attracted to and you're like, oh, and then you're like, why can't you be him? So I think that that's what makes it difficult is when the one that's not my type, I have to learn to love him and learn to be attracted to him and learn all of that. And I don't know if that will benefit us in the future.
It won't, but for right now, I'm just being stubborn because I like what I like.
Yeah.
So it's hard to break. Some people call it shallow, but everybody has something that they like. It can be physical, it can be a personality, it can be something. Everybody has something that they like. So it's hard. But yeah, the ones my types, they're not working out.
Somebody said that you are what you attract. That is not necessarily true because healers attract sick people, crazy people. You aren't just who you attract. You are who you entertain. Now,
I attract people that are having relationship problems.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you think is it the energy that you're putting out?
I believe that I am the woman that they wanted, not me, but who I am, that they wanted 20 years ago.
Hey,
it's okay.
And they settled for 20 years and now they're living their midlife crisis and they're not happy. And then they see me and then they're like, oh, you're so opposite of her. And then they think they want me, but they just wish that their wife or girlfriend was like that. So I tend to attract men that are with the woman completely opposite of me. They've been together for years, but they don't like to do the things that I like to do. And I like to do the things they like to do, and their wife or girlfriend doesn't. So they find themselves attracted to the person that I am, and I think that's who I attract.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I've had that before, where they loved their girlfriend, but they were excited because I would go play basketball with them. I'm willing to hang with the guys and play the video game, so I understand exactly what you're saying.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily you per se, but what you are about and what you're into.
Yeah.
So
because I know when people say that you attract hurt people, I don't really think I hurt people or people that are. I think I do attract people that just wish they didn't make that decision 20 years ago, But for me, I mean, I've been divorced twice because I don't like to. If I'm not happy, I run. Okay, I'm a runner. If I'm not happy, I run. And a lot of these people are complaining after 20 years, but they won't run. They won't leave. They rather stick there. And I won't stick around if I'm miserable, if I'm not happy, if they're not able to if we're not able to work on our relationship and build from there. Some people will settle for that. And I can't do it. I would rather be where I'm at today than to say that I'm miserable and then be cheating on my husband, cheating on my boyfriend, and just say, well, we've been married for 20 years. Yeah, but what good is it for you to cheat on these people because you don't want to leave them because you've been together for so long, but you rather cheat on them and disrespect them than to just be full of courage and just say it, just say you don't want to be with that person.
Right.
To me, it's easy. I don't know.
Yeah, because even if a woman or a man agrees that, like, I know what they do as long as they come home to me. But if you love them enough, you wouldn't even be willing to accept that if you love them.
Yeah.
So just leave. That's my thing. But
yeah. So it's hard. It's hard, especially with social media, because people will pretend to be single and they're not, or they'll tell you that they're going through marriage problems and they're not, So, I mean, that could be in person too. So it's not just social media. That can happen even if you meet somebody in person, Yeah. It could be the same way.
So Trisha says, I was attracting cheaters. And I think it's because I'm too soft, a pushover. I settled, but not anymore.
She was attracted to who?
Pushovers.
She was attracting cheaters. And she said she thinks it's because she was too soft and a pushover, but not anymore. She's happily married.
I agree with you, Mrs. Jackson. Healers. A lot of us healers attract people who we think that we can just go in and save, and we want to heal you, we want to love you, we want to do everything. But if you're not ready to heal, I know you may love me, but I can't help you until you're ready to help yourself. So I think that's a part of it, because we want to heal.
Yes.
I don't have a therapy license, so I can't.
None of us do. But healers attract sick people. Yeah. And in your case, since you are a runner, you're attracting people who wish they could run but don't have the guts.
Mm-hmm.
What was it in the relationship that made you, or was it something that that person did that caused you to be unhappy in the relationship?
No, well, my first husband was my kid's dad, and that one I tried to learn to love, complete opposite of anyone I've ever been with. And I thought that, well, he's different, maybe things will be better. But if you're not attracted to somebody, I mean, anybody can have sex. You don't have to be in love to do all of that. But when you do love somebody, you do care for them. You don't want anything bad to happen to them. But for 10 years, I tried to fall in love with him, and I tried to feel that, and I just couldn't. And after 10 years, I told him that I couldn't do it. And he said, well, it's not fair to either one of us. I want to be loved and you want to love. So it was just cordial. We just went our separate ways. And the last one was 13 years older than me. I won't do that again.
Oh my God.
I won't do that again. I won't do that again. I felt like he wanted to be my dad sometimes. Or sometimes I felt like I was 13 years older because I would have to match his energy down here, and I started to feel like I was 13 years older, and I didn't feel like myself. And, it just, so people say age is just a number. It's not, guys. It comes with experience, health, wisdom, energy, all of that. It comes with all of that.
Exactly.
So.
Yes, Brittany. Brittany says, I have the tendency to attract broken souls who don't want to be helped. And here I am thinking I can fix everyone. Honey, I have the t-shirt of trying to help people who say they want help and they really don't want to be helped. Just like people get married, they have no intention of being a spouse, but they want a spouse.
Yeah.
So
I know. To the younger people, if you're on here, don't be in such a rush. Putting that ring on your finger does not. Sometimes when we're younger, everybody just wants that wedding, and they just said, no, it's.
Yeah. And just have the wedding. Don't really get married.
Yeah. Yeah, they spend all this money, and and I've never been married in church. It's just in the courthouse, so it was easy for me to go in and easy for me to go out. It was like getting married at drive-thru in Vegas, But I think that if I ever did it again, and it was real, I think if you do it in church before God and all of that, I'm assuming you would go to premarital classes.
Yes.
I didn't do that twice, so I think that when you go to premarital classes and you get to know each other and you get your pastors and everybody involved before you get married, and you do it in the church, I feel like there's more accountability. I don't know, I may be wrong, but for me, it was easy to go in, easy to go out.
We didn't.
Y'all feel that, like, because you got married in a church, you're held more accountable for what you're going through?
For me?
Just in general, because I know the Jacksons got married in a church. Do you feel like, so let me get this right. You feel like because, or if you get married in a church, it would put more on your shoulders, like, huh?
No, I was responding to one.
Oh, okay. Like, the accountability is heavier because you took an oath in the sanctuary or the people of God. So you need to get this right.
No, what I was agreeing with was the way she said it. She said, I'm sure that when you get a church, you go to premarital counseling, you get some input. The process is different. As far as getting married in a church than going to a courthouse. Courthouse, we decide, we go, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And there's not necessarily the premarital counseling or, you know, the preliminary components that you may go through and that we went through, because before we got married, we went through premarital counseling with our pastor to discuss, you know, everything and make sure our perspectives were correct about marriage, because nobody shares what it really is to be married. They just say, "Oh, if you love each other, go ahead."
Yeah. Once you get past the 7 years,
you're gonna make it. And that's so not true. Are you on the same page? Are you aligned? Do you have the same goals, the same values? Are you best friends? There's so many more things that go into it other than, oh, I just love you and you love me and let's get married.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And I think if a lot of us did that, a lot of us wouldn't have ever gotten married or been married.
Even because once we got married and we realized we had issues, we were like, well, maybe we should have waited.
Yeah.
And took care of individual healing first.
Right.
Yeah. And the first thing they'll tell you is, if you're living together, stop living together. And that's already like, well, never mind. Never mind.
We went through the same thing because we lived before we got married, and we were trying to hurry up and get married because of perspectives in the church. But if you don't know, how are you going to learn? If you don't experience it, what's wrong with living together?
Yeah,
you're both grown. If it doesn't work, you can just move out.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
and that's how it was, you know. But they just, you know, people in the church say, no, you guys get married. You guys are already saying you guys should get married. This is that, and I believe if we would have did it our way, we probably wouldn't have had some of the bumps that we did have, which the bumps we did learn from. You know what I'm saying? Which it was like,
they were bumps.
You know what I'm saying? They were bumps. You know what I'm saying?
Bumps and lumps.
Yeah, you know. But they just push toward it. They say, oh man, once you guys get past 7 years, you guys are okay. And that's not the case though. No. You know what I'm saying? You can't say once you get past 7 years.
Right.
You have to.
That's a long time.
Yeah, you have to plan.
A long time.
You have to plan your marriage. You have to ask the person, what do they want? You know, people come in there and I've said it before. You spend all this time on the wedding. On the wedding, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that, but nobody is actually planning the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
You're not planning the marriage. You spend tens of thousands of dollars on the wedding, and by the time you get married, it's like, well, the hell happened? Yeah. You know?
Okay, so Diana Moss says, my church rushed us to get married, and now we're divorced but still together. Girl, what?
I can see that.
Wow.
They probably got divorced and they ended up back together, but not getting married again.
Wow. Trisha, we have been married for 21 years. And we have been together 23.
Yep. Hey. Yes.
We are each other's only marriage. He's never been married before. I've never been married before. He never lived with a woman before me. I never lived with a man before him. Yeah. We're the first everything.
Mm-hmm. My first, my last, my everything. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It had to be said.
Because, child.
What is this?
Even when people say, though, they've been married, not saying you guys, but again, from experience, what I've heard, when people always say, oh, I'm married, we've been married, but you have to ask, are you happily married?
Oh,
because
yes.
Anybody could just be married. Like I said, a lot of these men that I attract have been married over 20 years, okay? Over 20. We're not talking about 2 years last year. Over 20 years. That's who I attract. not the one that just got married. No, 20 years. So we're all the same age group. Everyone that's 20 years is, is in their 40s, late 40s to 50s. And those are the ones that the question is not to you guys, but I'm saying is usually, are you happily married? Because being married for that amount of time, unfortunately, doesn't mean that they want to be together.
I just talked about this the other night.
Go ahead, Queenie.
How being approached. My husband told me that the wedding ring is attractive to women. So they see the ring, they see a strong man, they see somebody that is possibly family oriented and that is willing to take care of someone, right? So that's what the wedding band does for the man. You better tell him your wife is crazy. So you better let him know. But for me, I was approached in the grocery store one day, and the guy was like, "Hey, you're beautiful. How are you?" Just casual conversation, and I was kind of like, "Yeah, thanks. Yeah, okay." And he asked to get to know me, and I was like, "Clearly, you just looked at my hand and you see that I'm married." His response was, "Are you happily married?" Okay, YouTube, I understand stuff needs to be censored, but
hey, go ahead, Queen.
Just like, bitch, respect what the hell I have going on. Don't ask me if I'm freaking happily married. If I just told you I was married, get the fuck on. Excuse me. Go on and play with somebody else, because I take my vows seriously.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to the grave on mine.
Serious. Yes.
I might have to put you there, but you going to the grave on yours too.
Yes.
Like, I'm so serious about this. That's my road dog out there and the love of my life, and we're not going to be separated. So I hate to see when somebody comes up and disrespects a union, no matter how troubled it may be at the time. But there are people out there that actually focus and run after married people. Definitely not saying that's the case. That's not what I'm saying. But it's ass people out there that get married and they want to go for the side chick and want to keep the wife and the children happy at home, like the side chick is supposed to keep her mouth closed. No, that's the one that do all the talking. Because at the end of the day, she pissed off. Because you leaving and going back home, man. I hate mess. A messy ass relationship in that shit before you go any deeper, because I hurt you by mine. Don't hurt me and don't hurt those that I love. But for those who aren't ready for relationships, y'all leave it where it is. Don't jump into it half-assedly. I've said that before.
Yes.
Stand on what you want and go for it. If it's not working, drop it and keep it pushing. I don't like that. I don't like that. And I don't like that a married man attempts to approach you and ask you what you want to do. Bitch, I ain't trying to say nothing. You clearly got a whole wife at home. Stop playing. I'm sorry. I just had to.
You know what? K-Walt said something earlier. You said a true player can tell you that they have other women. Well, married men, they will wear their wedding ring. They will wear their wedding ring, and but they'll tell you that it's just for looks, or it's just for they're not happy, they're not this, they're not that. They'll start telling you shit like that. And I think that is a little bit worse because they're the ones that are married. Mm-hmm. Not that either one makes it good, right? But I'm saying you're the one with the wedding ring on, not me. So you don't even feel bad for what you're doing.
Right. Apparently they don't, right?
Yeah.
Wow. From my experience, I know couples that have been together forever, who, the years don't matter. Because when I hear people say a lot of years, I think about my personal experiences too with couples that I know who went through too much, okay? But they're still together. They're not going to part, even though they've been through all of the bullshit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And still going through the bullshit and not going to part. So when I hear 30, 40, 50 years, that's what I think. What kind of shit have you been through?
Yeah.
What kind of shit are you going through?
Well, I thought that about you guys right now when you said 20-something years.
Really?
I'm like, I know it can't be perfect. I know it can't be perfect, you know.
Well, there is no relationship that's perfect, but our relationship is perfect for us.
Yeah.
We were very intentional from our dating stage on the type of relationship that we wanted. And we made sure before we got married, if this is not what you want, we are not going to do this. We can remain friends. We can even still be lovers if you want. But as far as getting married, we didn't want to get married and repeat the same bullshit that we had seen. I've seen the cheating and the beating. I've seen the outside babies. I've seen all the bullshit. I did not want that for my relationship. I wanted to be monogamous. I wanted to be exclusive for my husband. And I wanted somebody that was monogamous and exclusive for me as well. Mm-hmm. When I couldn't find that and I got tired of the bullshit, then here he came. But I had to make sure this is what I want from dating. Like the week we talked, the first week we talked, okay, this is what I want. This is the kind of life I want. These are the values that I have. He said the same thing. Our values matched, and we've been able to make it work. Now, have we had bumps and lumps? Of course.
Boom. That's what it was.
Of course, we've had bumps and lumps, but our bumps and lumps have never included cheating. It's never included outside babies or beatings or any of the bullshit that we saw growing up. Now, our obstacles, if you want, have been communication. I come from a single parent home with a woman who didn't take no shit. She had her way, however she wanted it, whoever she wanted. And she let everybody know it. I'm the bitch everybody wants, and I can have anybody I want. So don't come with it. And I'm going to date who I want. My mother didn't play no games. She was a true player for real. So I come from that. I saw that. And because of that, I knew what I wanted. I knew I was valuable. I'm like, bitch, whatever. You don't want it. Somebody want it.
Yeah.
So if you don't want me, that's fine. On to the next.
Yeah.
And when I met him, it was the same way. We ain't got to, hey, this is what I want. This is how I want it. If you don't want it, that's cool. I will find somebody who wants what I want, though.
Yeah. And I
luckily,
think if a lot of us have that perspective and start thinking like that, I think we would eliminate a lot of failed anything, you know.
Yes.
The other day I was on my live during Candy's birthday, and 3 guys were shooting their shot in my live, and all 3 of them had kids. Wow. All 3 of them had kids, and everybody knows I'm empty nester. My kids are grown. I don't want to be anybody's stepmom. I'm trying to be with somebody who's my age, who's ready to see the world or whatever. And all 3 of them made me want to feel bad for not wanting kids. And I'm like, why do I have to feel bad? Why do I have to feel bad because you have little children? I'm supposed to feel bad and like settle for you? Like they were really not attacking me like in a negative way, but trying to make me feel bad. Well, you're kind of like calling death into this before it even happens. Okay, well, it's not what I want. And so I don't know, K-Wall. That's why I was asking you, K-Wall, if it's different what you go through than what I go through. I don't know if it's the same or not, but they really tried to make me feel bad for not wanting that, you know? And I think that a lot of times we fall into bad things because we're like, okay, maybe 2 kids with 2 baby mamas won't be such a big deal. Not that it's a bad thing. I'm not judging anybody. But I'm at an age and a place in my life where I can't deal with 2 baby mamas right now. I can't deal with little kids. And I personally, I can't. And for men, all 3 of them have little kids. And all 3 of them try to make me feel bad.
That's manipulation. But it was dead ass wrong. You didn't need that.
Yeah.
Bye. Next.
Yep.
Yeah.
They started out wrong.
And the people who get mad and shut you down are the ones that are mad because you don't want them. I deal with the same thing. What do you mean you don't date women that identify as studs? Why not? Because I don't want to, and you're not going to make me feel bad about what I'm not attracted to.
Yeah.
So let's not do this. Get over it or get lost.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
And the bottom line is you deserve to have whatever it is you want. Bottom line, whatever it is, if you want a blue person with purple hair, you deserve to have a blue person with purple hair.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Right.
You deserve what you want.
Right.
Don't settle.
The right to demand whatever you want.
Don't settle.
I'm at a place, KY, you too. We're at a place where we can, I feel like I can pick and choose and be picky as I want to be, because I mean, I don't have the little kids. I don't have the drama. I don't have any of that, you know? And I feel like maybe they envy that they can't just do that. They, like you said earlier, Ms. Jackson, like they wish they can leave. They wish that they can get out of something. But I'm at a place where I could be really picky right now. Really, really, really picky. And even though, like I said, they try to make me feel bad, but I know what I want. I know what I deserve. And I know that. And it's just having to stick to it and just keep reminding myself, no, you don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Yeah.
I tell when I first like when it came with like when I first got to my job or whatever, I made sure that everybody at my job knew I'm married, because I know how people are, and I had some really cool people. You know what I'm saying? I let them know I'm married. This is my wife. I made sure my wife came into the store every so often, so that way when I come home talking about my day and I start talking about, well, such and such said this, and she's not like, who is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been talking about her a lot. No, that wasn't going to happen. So now when I talk about somebody, they'll be like, well, why did she do, because she knows who that is. Mm-hmm. And anybody new coming in that building, she know, because you don't want no problems. And if, right, you know what I'm saying? It's exactly. Listen, how you say, my wife's crazy. Don't tell her she's girl. Listen, you don't play. You don't play.
Don't let the smooth taste fool you or the pretty face.
Listen.
Don't play no games.
Listen, I've seen her just get upset at my son when he was little, and it scared me. I tell you,
y'all know how it is with children. You tell them 10, 50, 11 times not to do something. You try to avoid you, and they still do it.
And this was before we got married. She was on the phone with the pastor, and I said, hey, me and my son was playing with the ball. I said, okay, we're gonna stop, because you ready for this? Beige carpet, grape Kool-Aid. Queen bee. Oh Lord!
Listen, I moved the cup up 10 times. I'm like, please stop! Don't do that no more. Moving the cup. Please stop. Moving the cup. Please stop. Girl, he threw that football and turned that cup over.
Listen.
Hold on, so was Mr. Jackson in trouble too? Because from what I hear, he was playing with the ball too.
Listen, no. I was playing first, and I told him, okay, let's stop.
Oh, okay.
He kept throwing it. And I was like, Mama, and then she said, stop. And but I got involved with doing something else. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you something. When that cup fell over, no. Exactly, so much said, no. Let me tell you something. I went in the kitchen. So that house got I started washing dishes. I started cleaning up. Like, this is out of place. My head, you see how you got the hat on? I was like this. No, ma'am. Eyes are washing dishes.
Well, we know you weren't folding the towels because you don't know how to fold the towels. But anyway.
What you're not gonna do? I do not fold towels anymore because listen, I don't know. I don't want that drama. I don't want that problem. The right way to fold this, no. But yeah, Yeah, man. I make sure everybody knows, and
the
the
respect factor is there.
Yeah,
my husband keeps the respect.
Yeah,
and I return the favor.
Yeah, and when I'm at work and there was that somebody, because when I'm at work, I block people trying to talk to me or whatever because I'm married. But some of my coworkers catch it and they'll say, "Yeah, you don't want that kind of smoke. You don't want that. That red bone will be up here in a minute." They'll tell them quick. And then what they said, it's like I have to re-register what they said. I'm like, yeah, we don't want them type. No, we don't want them type of problems. She got a pretty smile and everything, but man, let me tell you something, boy.
But even more than that, we know she a little crazy. She gonna go off. You respect it. It's not. We're joking around about it, but you have tunnel vision and you actually respect it, because if you didn't, you wouldn't be worrying about her being crazy. You deal with the consequences later. So you respect the marriage. You love her. So
yep,
that's true.
That's exactly. The wife will drive through the building. Metro will have their first drive-through ever. The first drive-through ever. And I think I'm gonna put that in because I do have a picture where somebody reversed into a Metro, and they said, "Oh, the lady lost control of the car." I was like, I don't think she lost control of the car. I think somebody pissed her off. And I'm gonna find that picture. I'll post it. When I find that picture, I'm gonna post it. Watch.
And I also wanted to touch on the happiness component when it comes to marriage, because you always what you said, Tenderoni, is in my head, where you said, yes, you're happy, yes, you're married, but are you happy? When it comes to marriage, it goes through ebbs and flows as far as your happiness, because you get complacent, you get bored. And that's as simple as I can put it. You get complacent and you get bored. Now, what you do in those moments determines whether you're going to be in somebody's DMs or not. Because for some, it's easier to ignore the problems and go seek a diversion. But for those of us that are mature, we delve into it. Okay, well, what's going on here? Do I need to do like Jill Scott and put on Crown Royale? Do we need to pull out some wigs? The heels that never touch the floor? What's going on? Do we need to date more?
Do we need to go to KY's live?
Yeah,
KY's live, of course.
TikTok Tinder.
I'm sorry, I had to do it.
No, it's true though. It's true though.
But it has to be mutual though. It has to be mutual, because if you want that and he doesn't follow through, then that kind of leaves you stuck.
But that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the marriage, it takes two, definitely. But you have to have a maturity component where if it is boring or if you are complacent, you got to do the work that it takes instead of going outside of the marriage to do some work with somebody else that you don't plan to keep. Because a lot of married people just want a diversion. They have absolutely no intention of leaving the marriage.
Correct.
So, those of us who are mature, you do the work. You have the conversation. I ask my husband all the time, are you happy? Is there something going on? Are you feeling any kind of way? You got to check in with your spouse. And sometimes we feel like that's too much, or it might be too hard of a question, or you don't want to feel that vulnerable. Because your ego might be like, well, I'm all this and all that. There's no way you can be unhappy with this. Okay. But that's not necessarily the case. And at times, the boredom and the complacency may have nothing to do with you. They could be in a space in their life where they feel like they're not growing or they're not excelling and they need that ego boost. And in your DMs, here they come for a sexual ego boost instead of maturing, evolving ego boost. So there's all kinds of reasons why people are acting a fool.
Yeah, sometimes when she when she does ask that question, it has nothing to do with anything here. It could be something that's at work, and she asks me, am I happy? You know, and I tell her, I say, of course.
In all areas.
And I
work.
Yeah.
His family.
Yeah. I let her know. I let her know, you know, I let her know what bothers me. You know what I'm saying? I let her know what bothers me. And I just tell her, because one thing I don't like to do, express that to many here. It's like, I don't like if I have a bad day, I don't like coming home, you know, with having a bad day on my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't want to bring the energy in the house. Right. Exactly.
So he'll sit in his parking lot at work and vibe out the music for 10 minutes if he's had a bad day, before he walks in the door, so he can walk in the door and it's at the parking lot at work. Yeah, I will do that. I'll sit in my parking lot at work before I come home. Just if I've had a bad day, and if I've had a bad day, one time I had a bad day, I came home, I didn't say anything to her, which was a shock to her. I took my shower. I came in. After I took my shower, I laid down next to her and I said, I need your energy. And it was the positive energy I need, because I had a bad day. And I sat there and I broke down, because I was so mad. You know how you get so mad, you just break down. That's how I was. Yes, which is rare for him. Right. And she just helped me. She didn't ask me any questions. She just let me be. You know, I wasn't offended that he didn't speak to me when he came in. He just came in. He went straight to the shower. I'm like, oh boy, something happened. Mm-hmm. And I just waited until he was ready. And when he was ready, I was there for him.
But see, that's that major key to any relationship, communication. Because if you don't have that, you ain't got nothing.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
So you read his body language and y'all have that understanding. If he comes in, you give him a moment and he's going to come back and talk to you. Right. Mine today, I told y'all I quit my damn job, but I'll be back tomorrow morning. I quit my job when I got off and came home. I knew I had this to do tonight, and I knew I had to get myself together. But I laid across the bed in the room, and my husband was off today, and he came to the room. He was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm just tired, you know, talked about the day or whatever." He went outside, did whatever in the yard, came back in, and he was like, "Babe, what's bothering you? Because you just don't seem yourself." And I was just like, I'm truly exhausted, and I quit my job again today. So he knew to say something to make me laugh and get me moving, because my feet was killing me up all day. You know, he was just able to read my body language and my lack of words. That's also a way to communicate. So you're always communicating. Is it effective? Is it effective? That is what you need. You need to make sure it's effective.
Yes.
Right. Right. Definitely got to have that communication. Definitely got to have that communication. And
I think we lost K-Wild. Did she leave?
No, she's coming back. She
stepped out. She'll be back.
Yeah, she'll be back. Oh. Yeah. You definitely have to have that communication. Without that,
listen, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work. It takes effective communication. It takes being open to that person. You can't be closed off. You got to be open.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So are you
dating actively, or have you taken a step back from dating, Tenderoni?
I haven't dated anybody since, I guess, the beginning of 2020. I haven't gone out on dates. I haven't met anyone like on a date, and we're like growing to get to know each other in a relationship or anything like that.
Oh wow.
And I honestly feel like I just
water bag.
It sounds like too much. I don't know. It sounds like too much.
Why are you crying inside?
I don't want to turn into a bitter Mexican woman. So I think I'd rather just just let people keep calling me difficult. Let people keep telling me that I'm too picky and I'm too this, I'm too that, because I won't do that. I'll just keep letting them think that way or say that to me, because I mean, after 2 divorces, like, damn, like I don't want to go through that. I don't want to go. I'd rather have everything you're supposed to have with a marriage, the loyalty, the trust, the respect, all of that. Because I've had the marriage, but I didn't have all of that, So now I want all of that, and the ring and the marriage. That would be like the least of my worries right now. I just want someone that, and I know a lot of it has to do with the type of people I allow and the type of people I attract, and I know that. But like I said, I don't want to learn to be attracted to somebody. I really don't.
That's too much work. It's too much work to learn to be attracted to. I mean, because even if you say, hey, I met this person and they're not my type, it doesn't mean that you're not physically attracted to them. It doesn't mean that you don't find them sexy. It just means that they're not the typical ideation that you would go for.
Yeah.
But you can be attracted to other types.
Well, because I've had guys that are not my type. But the way that they did attract me. But I guess it's more like, because everybody says I have a type, and I don't think I do. But then when I ask my kids and stuff, and they start naming them, I'm like, okay, maybe I do. Okay, maybe I do. But I'm open. But even the ones that are not my type, they end up being the wrong person for me.
And see, we've been hearing that.
So they have the same personality traits as.
Yeah, like we get along, we vibe, everything's great and everything, but then it's like, you're not right for me. You're not right for me. Let's just be honest, you're not right. So yeah, I think I just want it to happen, and I want it to just be not easy, but I want it to be easy. Like, I want it to just flow to the point where, like, you're just flowing like 2 best friends with no issues, no nothing. You're just flowing, and then you guys just end up together, end up romantic. I think that's where I'm at.
I got you.
Issues. You're gonna have disagreements.
Yeah.
We don't argue. We don't fight. We definitely disagree, and I feel like if you don't disagree, somebody is not speaking their mind.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you get along, you know how to present it. That man will come in here and be like, oh, it smells so good in here. Oh, no dinner. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely nothing wrong with disagreeing.
And we get to the point sometimes where we agree to disagree. Yeah. Okay, you feel like that, and I feel like this, and you're not going to change my mind. I'm not going to change your mind. Yeah. And we will agree to disagree. But I understand. I understand your point of view. You understand mine. But
my issue, if I could be transparent a little bit, my issue that I've experienced a lot is, which I've talked about it on my lives a lot, is always coming second place to somebody. It's either coming second place to a woman or coming second place to something. And so when I say issues, I mean like where there is no baby mama drama, there is no rebellious young adult, there is no rebellious young child, there's no mother-in-law, you know what I mean? Like that. Like that's what I don't want. And one day I desire that I will be somebody's number one choice. And it won't be me fighting. You guys remember the movie Why Did I Get Married by Tyler Perry, and how he had the baby mama and his wife always fighting. And it wasn't until he put his foot down and he was like, you better respect my wife, and and all of a sudden both ladies were like, oh my God. Like all he had to do was put his foot down from the beginning, but instead he allowed these women to control him, control the relationship. And I think that if some men were to just do that and just put their foot down right away and let the people know where they fall, where they stand in their life, you know, you would avoid all of that drama. While women are over here fighting over a guy and he's just not wanting to face the situation, you know. So when I say issues, that's what I mean. I mean like trust issues, cheating, lying. I mean, if I can have miscommunication, like dinner's not ready, that would be beautiful, you know. I'll take that over anything else. I don't want to feel like I have to look through somebody's phone. I don't want to feel like every time their phone rings I have to like wonder who it is, or when they step outside to call, I want to be able to feel like it's actually an important phone call that they're talking to somebody. Like, I don't want to feel that. And I think it's going to take a certain type of man, certain type of person that's going to be able to click with me in that area. I mean, that's what I'm hoping.
I think a lot of times it's also some of us too, because it's some of what we've been through in the past, that even if they aren't that person, you're still going to be a little leery until you understand that, hey, I need to heal from the past. This person isn't the same until they prove it, that they're that person. So some of it can be us and speaking that into existence. Do you understand what I'm going with that? Like,
well, that's a tough one, because my last boyfriend, my ex-boyfriend, when I met online, we had a good relationship, and I never worried about his phone. And that's when I was like, wow, I can actually come into this free, right? Like, I came to it with no issues, nothing. But one day he did that one thing, then messed it up. It messed it up. So everything that he was doing without knowing was giving me peace with him, and I didn't think anything. And he just did that one thing that reminded me of the last person, and that did it for me. That did it for me. Because for me, like, if I know that you have certain type of issues or whatever, I'm not going to purposely try to hurt you in that way. So if I told you that I left my last husband because he was texting a woman and didn't tell me about it, so you go do the same thing, and then when I ask you, why didn't you tell me? Because I knew you were going to get mad. Well, to me, you shouldn't do it if you know I'm going to be upset. Instead of hiding it from me, how about you just don't do it at all? So when someone tells me I lied to you because and they're putting it on me, my thing is, you shouldn't have done it to begin with.
That's
And it goes for my kids too. So he knew the problem I had with my ex-husband texting women. So when I saw a number pop up on his phone on his display and everything was quiet, and I'm waiting for him to explain something, he was like, who? What are you talking? He started acting all stupid. Like, what text message? And it's like on his display. So he triggered a memory, and he took me back. So I was fine. He took me back. And instead of him saying, you know what, I know she's had issues, so I'm going to tell her about this girl because I'd rather tell her than and he did the exact same thing. So I didn't bring in any past insecurities into that until his actions reminded me of something else. And then that's when, like, it messed it up. I think he should have been open with me to avoid something like that. But then to blame me and say you didn't tell me because you knew I was going to get mad, that's not fair.
Yeah. So my question would be now, okay, I understand that, but you said it was a trigger. So could you say that you had completely healed from the previous relationship?
The way that made me feel, probably not. And I think it wasn't the previous relationship. I think it's, excuse me, Mr. Jackson, all men at that point. Okay. I think my trigger at that point wasn't even anybody from my past. It was just, I knew a man couldn't. He couldn't just not do that. And I think that that's why Kayla was like, don't be coming over here just because you're tired of men. We don't want you over here. It's too crowded.
We don't want those issues.
But when he did that, because he was a different race, he was a different height, so it was just men in general. It was just when he did that, and when he said that his reasons for not telling me was because of my reaction, that really upset me. Because for me, you should have brought it to my attention before it was seen that way. Because I'd rather hear it from you than it just surprised me out of nowhere, And then when his reaction was like, what are you talking about? What text message? All of a sudden, his text messages stopped showing up on the display after that day. I don't know. He said his car had an upgrade, and they all of a sudden removed. So he preferred to remove the text messages from his display than to have to go through that again.
Yeah, see, with me and my wife, I don't like when it comes to like something like my phone, she has access to it. The only reason I have a PIN number on it is because of the apps I have on my phone. That's it. When I was working, when I was management, when I was working, I had to have a PIN number on my phone because yes, I had to have a PIN number because of work. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Wide ass open over there.
Our son just walked in the door, so Sam is going crazy. He's glad to see him.
Yeah. So I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with her seeing who on my phone who I talk to. She knows that of course openly I talk to Queen B, KY. She knows I talk to people close to her. We have a chat with people. There's no reason for me to hide anything. There's none. You know what I'm saying? There's none, and we're open like that.
Yeah.
She has a code on her phone.
I have a code on my phone because I had to have one.
Yeah.
As a real estate agent.
And we know it. He took out his code.
I know his PIN number. He knows my PIN number. He can go on my phone at any time. If it rings and I'm not close to it and he's close to it, answer it.
Yeah.
And same thing. If I'm not close to my phone, baby, answer the phone.
Yeah.
But do you think even if you didn't have access, the trust would still be there? Because what if some people just feel like it's not your business to go on my phone?
Yeah.
Like, would you feel like, okay, let's say if you didn't allow each other that, would you still have questions, or hey, no, nothing's going on, even if you don't have access to my phone? Because some people may feel like I need my privacy. That makes sense.
Well, for me, I've always been the kind of person where if I have an inkling that you're cheating, you're cheating. And I handle that up front. Right. I don't tolerate cheaters. If I feel like I need to go through your phone, then we don't need to be together.
Right.
Because that's just too much work for me.
Right.
So I've never been to go through the phone, go through the wallet, go through the pockets kind of woman.
Shit, I was. And that was only with that type. I don't have those problems here.
Yeah.
Oh,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's
like I said. If you feel it, it's something there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. God's gift to a woman is intuition. And if you get that inkling, it's something going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as sure as you investigate, you're gonna find it.
Yeah. Well, and then that same guy will tell you, if you look for it, you'll find it. Well, yeah. It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there to begin with. If you look for it, you'll find it. Well, yeah, that's the point. The point is to look for it so I can find it. But then they make you feel like it's like, it could be anything and you're going to turn it into this big thing. I don't think so. I think if it's really nothing, it would really, truly be nothing. And like you said, you would know about it. She would know about your coworker before she had to find out. You know what I mean? And I think that's what a lot of things, we don't do that. We just wait until we find out, and then we have to make our own story.
Yeah.
Of how we see it. At that point, we're being over dramatic. But now we're envisioning all of this because you didn't tell us. And there's a reason you didn't tell us.
Right.
So
kids, like, just tell me. You're gonna get a better reaction if you just tell me rather than I'll find out later.
Yeah.
Because that's when it's really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I'm asking, you already know. So I'm hoping you're going to tell the truth.
Yes.
That's true. Because every time I've asked a question, it was because I already knew. And I wanted to know if he was going to tell me the truth or not.
Of course. That's the woman's thing.
And when they don't.
I'm sorry. Kay Wild just spoke about privacy. What is privacy? And when I say that, I have kids. And I feel like I lost my privacy once I had children. The code's on the phone. You never know what's in the phone. Yeah. So you have some type of lock or something on it. To say that my husband can't look at my phone, I don't have any issues with that. Pick it up. Open it up. Look at this picture. Look at the third picture in the camera roll. You know what I mean? But could I say that prior to me having a baby girl? No. I was hurting. I was indecisive about a whole lot of stuff. So my stuff is my stuff. Don't go through my stuff. Don't touch my things. But now that I have this relationship with him, and we weren't even married, and he was able to pick up my phone and go through my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So to say that we don't have any type of privacy, we talk all of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So there's nothing hidden that I know of. But what is privacy? When do you actually get privacy? Because you can't say when you go to the bathroom because somebody's turning on the doorknob to walk in the door and say, "Hey, mama, can I have?"
Yeah.
Or, "Hey, where's this?"
Right.
What is privacy? When do you? How long do you keep it, or when do you let it go and say, "Okay, yeah, you're here, we're together, we're a team,
Mm-hmm.
we share it all."
Privacy is sitting in that car without any interruption before you go in that house and have to deal with something. That could be somebody's privacy. Those are the best conversations. You don't need to know what I'm talking about. If I choose to tell you, of course I'm going to because we're together.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my privacy moment. I don't want you to hear what I'm talking about. I don't want you interjecting into my conversation with your opinions, and it's just little things. But I guess I was touching more so along the lines like, even if they didn't allow them going into the phones, would there still be the trust there? You know what I'm saying? And I think it would be for them.
Mm-hmm.
But some people will automatically assume if they want their separate spaces with the phones, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're hiding something. It just may be their little space that they need to feel like they have something of their own without sharing it completely. I don't know. I'm just asking. Playing a little devil's advocate here.
I hear you. Yeah,
Absolutely.
No, you have something?
Go ahead, Queen.
Go ahead, Queen.
No. I just said I share. Just don't touch my damn snacks. That's all.
Okay, so you get it. So what if it is the phone? Don't touch my phone.
Yeah.
But don't touch my drumsticks. Yeah, I feel you.
Yes.
With me is lemonade. Like, listen, hold up.
Yes.
I love my lemonade.
Buy him his gallon of lemonade from Chick-fil-A, baby. You better not touch it.
You better ask, and then on top of that, you better get one of the little old school shot glasses about that big. Don't and listen, and if what will help is put a cube of ice in there too. That way you won't get that much. Shoot.
That's silly.
Exactly. Well, you know what, guys? we've had so much fun, and we can keep going like it's a TikTok live, but yeah,
it's been almost 3 hours.
It has.
It has.
But it's been beautiful. And I think, in all honesty, I think I may end up having, I think we're going to a part 2 because I want to bring some younger folk in, into it and definitely get some more insight. Tenderone, before we head out, is there anything else that you wanted to add? Because I know you came in at the time that you came in, but I want you to be able to share anything else that you think you may want to share.
If you're married, stay out of my DMs.
All right. Yes. Share her DM.
Unhappily
stay out of my DMs. Yeah.
Okay.
Unhappily married people, handle your shit.
Yes.
Yeah. DMs.
Exactly.
Stop being a coward.
Okay. And I know, I think we talked before. You are, I think relocating. So those of you who are in here, please go to her. What I want you guys to do for us is to go into her TikTok, and I think she has a link in there.
I do.
The relocation fund.
Yeah, contribute to the relocation fund. She is so sweet. We're going to contribute to the relocation. Y'all contribute to it, even if it's $1. Hey, everything counts. She get hungry. McDonald's got cheeseburger for $1. Damn, sweet teas, they got $1 menu. Hook up, you know what I'm saying? She gotta travel, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, I don't know about that $1 menu.
Hey. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Listen, when y'all going to DJ K Wild, y'all make sure y'all respect DJ K Wild. Don't do it because hey, y'all disrespect. Listen, I got block on lock. You feel me?
Her TikTok,
men or women.
Yes.
Down.
Yes.
Sorry.
So Tenderoni's TikTok is the same title that you see.
Boom.
Yeah.
Tenderone, that's her TikTok. That's her Cash App.
Boom.
Hey.
I was ready. Wow.
You said it's in your bio too, right?
Yeah.
It's in my bio.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys, if you guys have any questions for myself and the wife, that is our email. Hit us up. If you got a topic you want us to talk about, we got plenty. Listen, we got plenty of topics on paper already. We haven't even gone through them.
We are ready, but we are also open to suggestions.
Exactly. And of course, the wife has her affirmation. We have to say the affirmation of the day. Boom.
Love yourself for what you are instead of hating yourself for what you are not.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
Y'all receive it?
Yes.
I like that.
And of course, before I let her go, boom. Right there. All day.
Every day.
And not just on TikTok. She's
Go to
awesome.
TikTok. Follow her.
And you can like her, and you can tap on her live now. Yeah, you can tap on her live now.
Tap on the screen.
Yes.
Exactly. You can tap on the screen.
Follow her on TikTok. Set your notifications because she is spontaneous. She doesn't follow a set schedule.
And of course.
But let me tell you, her experiences are life-changing.
Yes.
Phenomenal. The vibes are amazing.
Yes. And Tenderoni, you be having them awesome conversations.
Yeah, Tenderoni has excellent vibes and excellent conversations as well.
She be waking folk up in the middle of the night singing happy.
Hey, did you tell her what happened on your birthday?
Listen, he definitely told me.
I went into the live and matter of fact, I didn't think you see me. I said, I'm just gonna chill, just to see what's up. He said, Mr. Jackson's here. I was like, shit. Come on in. I was like,
trying to be incognito.
I was like, all right. So I came downstairs. I'm like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I didn't want to wake the queen because listen, I can talk. You know what I'm saying?
He loves to talk.
Yeah, and that's why I came downstairs. She said, you better than me. I would have stayed in bed. but hey, publicly, I appreciate. She sang I don't even know what it was.
Las Mañanitas. I sang Las Mañanitas to you.
Yeah, their culture. That's what they do.
Oh, okay.
Then she threw some Stevie Wonder. You know what I'm saying? Then she threw Luke up there. I'm like, see, listen, I'm tired. Hey, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I appreciate you for that, most definitely. And of course, I can't forget Miss Queen B.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all make sure y'all hit her up. Hit up Miss Queen B and everything like that. Awesome.
Did you guys have any closing remarks or anything you'd like to add?
I got a question.
Yeah.
Why K Wiles didn't have her cash up there and mine either? We got cash ups.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Well,
I must say.
Okay.
I did think about it after we put her cash up. I was like, oh damn. We
okay.
Do everybody.
Okay, you go to her website, she get paid. You go to DK, you have TikTok Tender.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
And can I call it out myself then?
So, Queen B, is your cash out Queen B's hustle?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
You better say something.
Okay, so everybody's cash app here is just as you see. Tenderoni, cash app, hashtag Tenderoni, hashtag DJ K Wow, and hashtag Queen B's hustle. We accept all income.
Hey, that's all I want here after the show. Just send $1, somebody, please. And please. And put in the comments because I was on Divine DNA something. I'm not trying to. Oh my goodness. But yes, but we thank you guys for coming through. Of course, listen, the ideas that I have as far as shows, I will see you guys again. And as long as you guys come through, I know we're gonna have a good time.
This is wonderful.
I think I'm also. I think one of my shows, so you guys are prepared. I'm gonna have a show to where I'm not even gonna be on screen. Just gonna be the ladies. Let y'all do y'all thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be in the background pushing the button. I ain't gonna say nothing. It's just gonna be y'all. That's it. I'm just gonna do the tech stuff. I'm be in the back. I can't say shit.
And if we can get some men.
That's why I say I'm gonna get
and then one day get you a man that cheats, a man that's a gay man, a cheating man, a faithful man.
Hey, listen,
a faithful man.
I'll be on the show. I'm the faithful one. I'm gonna get it all. Find it all, but I'm gonna get it.
Each.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That'd be interesting.
Oh yeah,
I'm popcorn for that one.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be ready. Popcorn ready.
Yes, for right now. You can get it right now. I just need to get a guy up there, a couple of them.
Yep, DJ K Wow. Hashtag in the comments.
Yeah. Look, Lady Blue already in there. Look at her, Lady Blue. Oh, look at there.
I like this treatment.
Yes. Like that. Okay. But listen, it's been fun. We've had a blast. We've been on here for 3 hours.
It's been fun.
But it's been fun because I already told Jessica, listen, I'm gonna be on more than an hour. I'm gonna tell you that right now. There's nobody after us, so we're fine. But at the same time, I want to make sure everybody. I think DJ, are you still going live after this?
I'm looking up at Tenderoni.
Here's the story of a lovely lady who was very lovely girl.
Okay, let's switch it up. Boom, there you go.
There we go. So the one lay when the lady meant to
Okay.
Yeah, we can go on for a little bit.
Hey.
Somebody, Trisha said, interesting to find a cheating man willing to admit it. Oh, good luck with that, Mr. James, Mr. Jackson. Find one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's been a time just trying to get one on here.
Exactly.
Period.
I don't mean a born again cheater. I want a real one. Like today. Not born again. I want one today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah,
I thought you guys were gonna go live after this to do.
Huh?
I thought y'all were going live. I didn't know.
They said they were.
Mrs. Jackson, no, she just said it. She said, "What? I didn't agree to this."
Say what? I feel that.
You got that face. No, I did not agree to this.
No, I thought you were going live. I thought you were going live, so I didn't mention. If I go live, it'll probably be Friday.
Okay. I didn't know if y'all were gonna have an after talk thing or anything. I didn't know.
Yeah, that's what I would have. Because when you mentioned it, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like we need a Tenderoni and K-Wall battle.
Did y'all want to have after show conversation?
We can go on TikTok if y'all want to have an after show conversation if you want.
We did post that we were having an after party.
Yeah, I mean, her dancing and everything like that. I'm like, okay.
But this has been a very draining conversation. So if you are not up to it, I understand. This has been emotional. It's been all of that. And I understand the energy that has gone out.
Yes.
So if you are not up to it, darling, I understand.
Most
and we
definitely.
can do it another night.
We can. If you let us
I'll go on and see how I feel.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Huh?
I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Oh, it was definitely
Most
enjoyable, but it's energy exchanged.
Yes.
And a lot put out.
Exactly.
And I understand that can be exhausting. So I appreciate the time, the love, and the energy.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You guys.
Yes. And once again, I think somebody in the comments wanted to talk to us about something. It was a while ago. That's why I put the email up. So just hit us up.
Hit us up in the email.
Hit us up in the email. We will probably have a part 2 to this. Next time we do have a show, we are going to have a small business corner.
Yeah.
In a small business corner, we're going to have our girl Brittany. We're going to have her in the building next time. So y'all look out for Miss Brittany. I don't know if she's still here, but look out for her. Hey, Miss Tracy, how you doing? Miss Tracy made it in. How you doing? How you feeling?
Hey, Tracy.
Hey, Trey.
Glad you can make it.
Thank you, Ophelia.
That's 49er chick.
Hey, 49er chick, what's up? Thank you guys for coming. Just look out for more stuff. I will have these guys on again in later times. But thank you guys for coming and showing up and showing us love.
Thank you, Queen. Appreciate you all.
Appreciate you all.
Yeah.
That's most definitely. And thank you guys for coming.
Thank everybody that's here, everybody that's in the comments, that shared, that had questions, that laughed. We appreciate you.
That cried, Brittany. and everything like that. We appreciate you guys most definitely for coming through. Just keep looking out for us. Every second and fourth Wednesday, we'll be on again on the fourth Wednesday, which will be the 26th or 27th.
27th. That's 2 weeks away.
2 weeks away. Okay, DJ KY, before you go, you have anything coming up? Any events that you plan on doing that you want to advertise or anything like that?
I haven't set a date yet, but I know I will be doing a Zoom party to kind of get away from TikTok.
Gotcha.
There will be a charge. It'll be $5. Bring your own drinks and your food. I will not provide that through Zoom. Sorry. That coming up.
That means I won't have to get in the kitchen, so it's all good.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Bring a house.
Don't be eating wings on camera. I don't want to see all that.
Okay.
Oh, no. The rule is you got to wear some pajama jams. Jammy jams.
Oh, jammy jam. I got you.
Yeah.
90s house party.
Yes. Make sure you, for all those who out there, fully clothed, please. Saying, don't be coming in. Listen,
come up in there in the fishnet body stocking.
We want
in
you to
the lingerie.
Yeah, come on. We gotta keep it at least PG. We don't want to get shut down. I don't know. Just keep it PG.
Yeah, but I gotta get a date together and everybody will get a link. You can't be sharing it with your friends. Once you pay for it, they gotta pay for it.
Most definitely. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you
that's
got,
gonna be fun.
You got help. We got your back. We got your back. Well, ladies, thank you for coming. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down.
All right.
Everybody out there, we thank you guys for coming. Those out there on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. I did stream on Twitch, so I don't know how I did on that. That's fine. It's all good. We appreciate you guys. We'll find out. And thank you guys so much for coming. You guys have been awesome. All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.